Hello, hello.
Good evening, good night, good evening, Tammy.
Look who
Or
I got with me tonight. Can you believe it? It's Eli.
yeah, I showed up. Teacher called, said I was a little tardy, so I
That's right.
made sure to come around, just to show face and
Right, right.
some general intrigue about this topic. And
Mm-hmm.
let me slow myself down because I know I could be a mile a minute kind of fella when it comes to the topic at hand, which,
Right.
by the by, Tammy, what is the topic, if you don't mind telling the lovely peoples?
We are going to talk about Bigfoot
So the
and his origin. We talked a little bit about his origin, what we thought he was. Like, do you feel he is? And I did ask this, so I might put you on the spot here. Um, I did ask Chat this last time, and Cher and Casey. So, do you feel he is? Well, you have to believe first. But if you believe in him, the the question was, do you believe that he is of flesh and blood,
mm,
or do you believe he could be spiritual, like paranormal? Do you believe he could go in and out of realms like we talk about with Men in Black?
that's a lot of factors I never really entertained, and something I want to just be really out of pocket and sincere
Yep.
about. First and foremost, thank you to those of you that join in the present or become what we call, the replay crew and gang. We appreciate
Yes.
you. That being
Yes.
said, my definitive statement, so that everything is transparent and sincere, I'm a big guy when it comes to like UFO alien stuff. I was raised to be a believer. Literally, my mom told me growing up every year about how she had like implants from aliens and it fell out during a procedure. So that,
Right.
yeah, but when it comes to Bigfoot, for whatever reason, I never really had the full attraction. So I
Okay.
am a I am a skeptic.
That's
However,
okay. That's okay.
yeah, no, I think that's what's going to add the interesting layer of contrast.
Hmm?
But I think also I try to have some sympathy for people that have already graduated beyond that and they've made up their minds. So I ask just for a little grace because even though I have formed an opinion, it never closes the door.
Right.
I am not the arbiter of what's true and or false. So I'm open for new evidence. And that being said, I've always envisioned Bigfoot, if real, as some type of a kink in the DNA of evolution, because the closest thing to what Bigfoot looks like, the way he's always been depicted, looks to me like kind of the Neanderthal-esque
Hmm.
move, or just evolution.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've never thought of it as another force of spectral or cosmic nature, which is an interesting thought, or
Hmm.
an alien. So I'd go with like flesh and blood thus far.
Yes. And he, you know, for me, because I have, like I said, I've researched my type of research. I'm not a researcher, in the big sense of the word, but I've looked at all kinds of things on Bigfoot. I've watched shows, I've watched documentaries. Um, hello,
Oh my God, what's up, sis? And hello, Running Great Wolf, Linda, Eve, you're an
yes,
MVP. What's up, Cher?
yes, and Eve is here. Yes, so I don't know how long I've followed Bigfoot since I was little. I'll just say I have been fascinated with Bigfoot. So um, I've always thought that he is like us. They bury their dead. I've always thought that. People are like, well, why don't we ever find one? Well, they haven't existed all of this time to not be smart about it. So I honestly think that they bury their dead, and I think that they hide in caves. They travel through cave systems to get to where they need to go. That's another reason you don't see them a lot. But I do think they can jump in and out of realms. I think they have that spiritual side of them that they can do that.
That is a lot for me.
Yeah.
But I just because I'm a skeptic doesn't mean I deny all the possibilities. I mean, just look at existence as it is. The stars, our DNA are traceable. Our literal DNA can be traced if you were to look at the pieces of a star out there. So all things are possible.
Yeah.
What's your take, Cher, real quick while you're here?
I mean, I'm open to anything. It could be because watching the gentleman that Tammy showed last time, which is why actually, I mean, I was like, Bigfoot, I'm here. Like, the orb. So, like, could it be I don't know, what would be the right word, genre? You know how they say there's multiple types of alien? Like, are they a type of alien, maybe?
Like a species or a different.
A species, yeah, or a different, not a different planet, but maybe a different portal.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but you guys know what I mean? Like,
Well, we were kind of talking about that. She's introducing to me like there's a gentleman that has a channel of whose some of his stuff we're going to cover here, at where we kind of parsed it as it sounds like there could be different species, like tribes, like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Do you think the origin share though? Because I want to specifically know if you believe it is something that has originated on this planet, or do you also believe, I mean, or like maybe a little bit of both? Do you think they could be visitors from another planet?
I think maybe not another planet, but I think that maybe they could be supernatural.
Yeah. Okay. That's the as the
I
other
would be
layer.
open to that, the supernatural aspect of it, because, but then, okay, so like I believe in like other realms, I guess you could say. Like, do you believe that there's a map unknown, like past the Arctic wall, all that stuff, where they say is where like Bigfoots and all that, and giants, and like all these different species of things actually are like kept?
So if you
Or
missed mine and Megan's Men in Black, we had a couple of different nights of Men in Black. One was on her channel and one was on mine. And we were talking about how when you see a cryptid mention, okay, so when somebody says, we seen Mothman, or we seen Lizard Man, or we seen the Wolf Man, or whatever, always, hello, hold on, I got something to do. Just a moment.
What's up, brother?
I got something to do. Okay.
Quad
Yes,
squad,
applause.
unite!
We're
First
here.
one.
We're here. We're here, see?
That button?
We're all here.
You got a soundboard.
I do.
Yeah, StreamYard has like
Yes.
10 or 15 random sound bits now.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do that. I was
I had
waiting.
no idea. Okay, no, I'm educated now.
I was waiting. So if you had been on that, if you had listened or was able to listen to it, we talked about how there's a cryptid, there's Men in Black. They just appear out of nowhere. And I'm like, what do these dudes do? Do they live in a cave and they just jump out? Or they have like a Men in Black cave where they just all hang out, and then the big red button goes off and they go after these cryptids that we aren't supposed to see. And I'm like, they just seem to appear and they all look alike and they're dressed alike and they always have the glasses and this same face. So I'm like, I don't even think they're of here. I think they're from a different realm, and the critters that we see, they've gotten out, and the keepers of these critters are the Men in Black, and they have to retrieve them and take them back to where they go to. So when you're talking about that, share, it's kind of like, yes, they live in a different realm than we do, and they pop in and out. And the men in black are here to say, they're like they're the zookeepers or whatever, because you never see the men in black until you see something like an alien or something we're not supposed to see. And then they show up.
So this spectrum just got a lot larger. Like we just blew up a lot more lore. I can I hone in on like the specificity of like, all right, Bigfoot. So thus far we're open to like the possibility of realm walkers. I do, by the way, believe in a possible multiverse. It's very plausible if you have done any bare bones research into quantum physics and or science. It's amazing the theories that have been proposed and just how plausible it is that there is another us on some other alternate reality. I think all of these things are possible. That's why my skepticism is not an end all be all, and I accept that there are things way beyond my understanding and comprehension and well beyond my opinion that are possible.
Speaking of the multiverse, and I know Seafowl's gross, but this blew my mind when I actually thought about it. When's the last time you've seen white dog poop?
I mean, I know I've seen it.
Remember how dog poop used to turn white? It doesn't do that anymore.
Doesn't.
No, it just gets hard and nasty, Yeah.
I mean, what did we jump into another dimension where dog poop doesn't turn white anymore?
It's like the dog poop Mandela effect.
That's what it feels like.
I know it's weird, but like, really think about that. When's the last time you saw that? Like the early 2000s?
Well, I'm gonna have to go to the neighbor's yard because they have 2 dogs and look real weird.
I want you to IRL stream looking through the dog poop, okay?
Yeah. Well, see, I think that's part of it. Is I think that the realms and the different things we don't see, there's subtle things that we don't pay any attention to, and they change, and we don't recognize that they're changing. Like dog poop. It may not be just dog poop, but I mean, that's a good example of just small, subtle things changing that we don't notice until they're just like in your face, and you're like, why have I never saw it? Look like Hollywood. Nobody ever saw. It wasn't out there how it is in Hollywood with the music industry and all of that, and now it's out there, right?
Saved by the Smells. White dog poop went away when the Hadron Collider turned off.
See, I can't believe my search engine. I'm deleting all of my search history after tonight because I'm going to be doing some pictures of white dog poop in the modern 2026. Anybody? Hello?
You know what's really weird is after somebody pointed that out to me and it blew my mind, I started noticing I've seen it one place on the top of Mount Hollywood, which is a fucking hill, but up, I don't know, 1,500 or so feet in elevation, up on the very top of the mountain, I saw white dog shit. Nowhere else do I see it though. So what is that?
Okay, challenge accepted. I will climb a mountain to inspect the top for white dog poop.
I have no mountains here, so I can't climb any. Sorry.
No, I'm kind of trying to make it funny.
Railed this whole shit. I don't know what you guys were doing before, but I'm here now.
No, you added just an interesting facet because, by God, okay, I'm stumped. Yeah, I think
I'll be right back up. I'm going to share you out really quick, sis. I'll be right back.
Okay. The question was, Casey, what do you think Bigfoot is? And the big, because we discussed it last time, and I threw it at Eli, even though he's our skeptic. I still threw it at him before I had an ulterior motive. I'm throwing it at him now, and then at the end of our podcast, we're going to see if he feels the same about Bigfoot. But from what you've seen last time we were on here together and what you believed before, how do you feel about him now?
Probably pretty similar to you. I think they were here, like in this realm or dimension or planet or whatever, however that works. I think they were here, but somewhere in the world of the old magic, I think Bigfoot also got Bigfoot also figured something out that allows either realm traveling or teleportation or like the same shit that humans either missed out on or forgot about, they don't want us to know about.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bigfoots know some of that too.
Kind of like time travel. They know how to time travel in and out of realms.
So
Yeah.
I just want to conclude, Seafels, that you believe the origin, at the very least, is of Earth, and that over time, regarding all things possible, they may have developed the ability to realm jump, or
I
something to that.
I think at one point we coexisted a little bit more, kind of like how they say humans and Neanderthals would have coexisted, even though we're like not the same species or whatever. I think it was that kind of deal. And way back before religion was mainstream and everybody was kind of some form of pagan-ish,
Yeah.
I think the Bigfoots were also kind of in tune with that and figured out some woods magic.
Oh god, I gotta share this on my channel, by the way. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say they're master of the woods. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would. That is a good description of what I think. And
Yeah, almost the embodiment, like the physical embodiment of some sort of pagan entity, like some sort of thing that's of this world but on another level, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I
What do
don't
you
see
think about
them.
Bigfoot?
Say again?
No?
Sure. Go
I
ahead.
was asking Mark what he thinks about Bigfoot. He said no.
Yeah. He doesn't believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah,
Do you
Mark's
believe in it?
contractually obligated to
He
say
said no.
that. Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
No, he said he doesn't believe in Bigfoot.
Mark. I'm taking
I
it
know.
back.
So naughty.
Ugh. We
Wait,
must
like,
have, we will have to have a discussion behind the scenes, Mark.
wait, I just want. Is that a sincere? Is Mark being sincere, or is he like messing
Yeah.
around?
No.
It's okay.
I don't think Bigfoot exists.
So that's around where I started, and for my skepticism to entertain the possibility, for me, I conjured up the idea that if it's a reality, it would most likely have to be something along the evolutionary spectrum, similar to a Neanderthal. I'm only now being kind of entertained by the other possibilities of world jumping and realms and all that. But do you think that's and I know you're skeptical, but do you think that makes it a little bit more plausible? Some chink,
Well,
some clink in the
I
evolutionary.
definitely couldn't say like it's impossible. Like, yeah, multiverse, multiple realities, all that. It is possible. I can't say it's not.
See, man, I respect. That's exactly what I said. I'm glad. I'm proud that we both have that kind of spectrum. I'm sorry, I interrupted. What were you saying, Tammy?
No, I that's good. I mean, that's at least he's open to the possibility. Some people are just like, no, just absolutely not. But
Those
like,
people haven't spent enough time in the woods.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought this up, Linda, because here's my issue with that. I feel they're real. And as long as I've been looking at them and looking at stuff on them, I don't feel like I have to have proof because I feel that they're real. yes, proof would be nice because I'd be like, yes, I'm right. I can tell all of these people, like my ex son-in-law, see, I told you they're real. But I'm so scared that if they are proven to be real, that something will happen to them because humans are not good people.
Well, there's a theory that we, as in Homo sapiens, may have helped with the extinction of Neanderthals. What if we were also helping with the extinctions of Bigfoot, and that's why they figured out how to get either really good at hiding or able to jump? I don't know if it's physically like teleport from place to place, or they
Right.
go into some sort of maybe spirit realm or multiverse or what that is. But yeah, maybe humans were also putting pressure on them, and like we figured out pagan magic. Why couldn't other woodland creatures?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And that's my thing with that. Because there's so much stuff now that they're finding in the ocean. They'll never find every species in the ocean ever. They're
There's
finding
weird
stuff.
shit in there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so to believe that he wouldn't exist at all is just, I think that's kind of,
You make a strong point. I see the correlation there. We still, to this day, we may never find or discover all of the species at the depths of the ocean.
yeah.
It's, I mean, space is infinite, but let's just
I
say
mean,
that same
can't-
context applies to how large and almost infinite the oceans can be. Go ahead, Seafels.
do we even have shit that can actually go to like the bottom of the
No, absolutely
ocean?
impossible.
Yeah,
No.
so like
Yeah.
we couldn't even get there to explore it if we wanted to.
Have you seen like I think it was maybe just a couple of years ago, one of the craziest, brand newest discoveries that some Japanese I don't know, that went kind of the Japanese scientists, they found some crazy octopus that we've never seen that looked almost alien-like and was bizarrely like huge, almost on a dinosauric
The one
level.
that's upright.
Don't be flashing gang signs, cuz. No.
Oh shit, go.
The one I saw was like, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just, the famous footage, which went incredibly viral, only showed like a tentacle. Yours is better. Okay.
That's just juggalo shit. We invented gang signs when the FBI labeled us a gang.
Yeah.
May as well.
Well,
Wicked Clown, WC, and then JL, Juggalo for life.
There was the fish that had the red lips. Have y'all seen the fish with the big red lips? I forget what they're called.
Yeah, it's got literal human
I
lips.
did see that weird thing. Yes.
And they're red too. I was like,
so
this has got to be AI. Surely this is not real.
Truth will always be stranger than fiction, even.
I think that's why they're feeding us AI now, because things they want to keep us confused, and they can't hide shit so easily now from people, I feel like. So let's give them the AI to confuse them even more if this is real, or they'll just write it off to being AI and they'll get away with shit.
Yeah.
Like maybe Bigfoot.
To that exact point, you're right. It's getting hard. I watched someone do a kickflip body varial 900 on a vert ramp the other day, and I had to play it back like 6 times to make sure it wasn't AI.
I did that on my toilet just yesterday.
I bet you did.
Hey, Linda, we have heard anywhere from 10 to 14 foot tall.
Damn.
Some of that may be exaggerated. In one of the videos that I show you of the foot casting that he made, it'll kind of give you an idea of how big they can be. I think 14 feet is kind of exaggerating a little bit. I would believe 10 to 12. I would believe that. 14 feet's kind of like
Well, I mean,
I would pass out if I saw you hit the ground.
that's
For
like
sure.
how they say boa constrictors only get like 17 feet long, but every now and again you're gonna find a 20-footer.
Yeah,
It's not normal, but it happens.
yeah, yeah. Just like in humans, you're not. Some people, we did have that tallest man and woman in the world thing. So I mean, it does happen.
They had
Yeah, everyone in WWE is like 6'8". That doesn't
Yeah.
mean the average guy is that tall.
Right, right.
I'm 6'9", but clearly.
Ooh.
Okay, I fibbed. Running Grey Wolf left a comment that has been a reminder of a thought I had where I was going back and forth because Cher made a great point regarding the depths of the ocean, all the species, opening up the possibility of so many more things that are possibly out there. But again,
that was Tammy, not me. Hey, Running.
Tammy, that was you?
What?
I think I didn't say that.
You brought up the octopus thing.
Oh yeah, I went into that only after somebody mentioned how like we're the ocean, bottom of the ocean. We're never going to discover all the species.
Yeah.
All right, credit
Yeah.
to us all. Good job.
Yes.
Round of applause.
Yes.
So the man, remember, I'm only trying to honestly represent my skepticism with some grace. I'm not going hard in the paint about it. So when you worded it like, Tammy, you said like a part of me believes it's true. So like part of me believes that I know it's true. Therefore, like ergo, they must be because I know they're there. That reminded me with my atheism background, and I'm still conflicted about all that. That's the kind of mentality that I've always kind of been reluctant about. So that's why I still, in general, always ask for as much evidence and or proof that I can surmise or find.
Right.
It is a little Schrodinger's box-y. Like, does it exist because I believe it exists, or am I just kind of mentally tricking myself into believing this? Like, is there a cat in this box or not?
So these are the psychological aspects, but I think in the totality of just species in general, not limited to just ours, I mean the entirety of it, statistically it's more likely that there is an existence of some kind of Bigfoot, if not multiples, which Tammy was educating me on before we even went live.
Well, if you think about, if you just look, go on some videos and just look how big Alaska is and how much of it is unsettled. And you go look at all of the mountainous areas that are unsettled. You go look at just states that have a lot of, like Maine and all of the unsettled places. You don't realize how vast the places are. And I mean, and there's places that humans probably can never get to unless you're a mountain goat or you're dropped from a freaking helicopter down. There's just huge mountains that are, you probably couldn't climb them to get up there. So for us to believe that there's nothing up there that we haven't seen, I think is kind of.
Yeah, there's still uncharted areas because they're just about inhabitable, which would make me bring into question, why would a species such as the one we're discussing put themselves in any proximity of humankind, especially if they're intelligent enough to be able to elude. Yeah, we are dangerous, chaotic, self-destructive little creatures, which is why this is not a segue. I'm just bringing it up. Which is why I'm very intrigued by the content Tammy has told me about that she has for some point of the live stream. A fella who has made the don't harm me, and I'm just using my verbiage. The claim that he is actively feeding like multiple different can we say big feet? If it's a pluralized
Bigfoots.
Bigfootsies.
Yeah,
I like Bigfootsies.
So he will tell you he doesn't feed them because he can never feed them, but he gifts them treats.
Gift.
So
Yes.
yeah.
And my immediate question, because I'm the asshole skeptic, was, well, why wouldn't he leave a camera just so he could prove to the world? And then Tammy gave me his reason, which I find hyper intelligent, sensitive, but also it could be viewed as super convenient. I hope that doesn't hurt any
Did I
feelings.
tell y'all why he didn't put cameras out, or did he tell you why in the video?
You told me why.
I know I told you why, but I don't remember.
I don't recall. Can you tell why? I don't remember.
Well, he doesn't put the cameras where the gifting bowls are at, because he doesn't want. Well, first of all, he thinks that's not fair because he's built a trust with them, and that would be breaking the trust that he's built with them, and he doesn't want to do that. They also don't like the cameras. They have been taken down before.
Okay.
That's right. In the last video we were watching, someone brought up electronics emit that like high frequency noise that we don't hear. Who's to say Bigfoots don't hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Right. The clicking noise and stuff. So he doesn't put them up for that reason. And he said he would never take that footage and turn it in and prove that there is one, because he knows what would happen if he did.
I really like this dude.
What did you say, Cher?
I like this dude. I like how, like, if it's the same guy that you showed that we watched with you last time. Yeah. I really like, if Bigfoot exists, I really wish that it will show or appear to this man, because you can tell he lives and breathes it, and he's so respectful. Like, yeah, I just like it.
Yeah.
I like his vibe. I like his perceived relationship with Mother Nature. So, all that being said, though, the point that Seafowl's made with the frequencies, I didn't consider that, so I'll add that. But I just think there's so many covert ways to possibly get footage. But if his intention is to not break trust and just in general not wanting to give up a location because humanity will do what it will do, especially with our governments and how much you want to poke and prod things, that I can also respect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just wants to coexist with them. I mean, he even made a chalkboard, and I think I saved that one too to show, because he's got so many good ones that I was trying to go through and pick out. But I thought if I picked out some like the foot casting, I wanted to show y'all that one. But he made a chalkboard that's in his yard, the edge of his yard, and that's where one of his gifting bowls is in his yard. And he draws on it, and he puts little things on it for Bigfoot. And he will, like marbles, because they like marbles and stuff. So he will put them in a certain way. And he's the only one that lives there. So there's no children or nobody that can move them. So he will put them in a specific way on the chalkboard, and then he will go out there and check. And sometimes they're moved. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes he'll put little gifts on there and they're missing, but they'll bring him something back. Like they'll put a feather there, or they'll put a rock or something of they'll replace it with something for him.
That's a very ancient practice, ritualistic in nature. Also, it was a means for early European settlers to communicate with Native Americans. So yeah, there's a lot of substance there.
And
they seem very like indigenous, if that makes sense. They seem very much like beings of the wood. They act a lot like Native Americans, and they seem to be into like rocks and feathers and nature and like that last video we watched with Tammy, they were making the archways out of trees and stuff. Like, literally, it's as if you took somebody who was a practicing pagan and stuffed them inside like a gorilla's body. It's kind of how Bigfoots act.
Yeah. And you couldn't, we need to pin the shop in here too.
Oh yeah.
I
Can
think
y'all,
you
I
can,
don't think,
you
don't
can only do that if you are on the YouTube end, I believe.
Yeah.
Like-
You,
let me see if I can do it. Hold on.
I don't know if I'm a managing mod, right? I might be able to.
Yeah,
Or
can you do it?
I can see if I can.
I mean, I will do it. I don't mind.
Let me try.
Just take me a minute.
I don't know if a manager mod can do that.
Yeah,
I know I can't pin it because I'm just a regular mod.
Pshaw.
Did
Yeah,
somebody?
no, I think that usually,
Oh,
typically,
there it is.
that's the channel owner.
No, I don't want to go there. I want to pin it. Stop that.
Now you have to buy something.
I have.
Yeah, this isn't a library, so it's $10 to browse. You got $10.
Right, there we go. Okay.
Shout out to
I
Lords
got
of Dogtown. No one's gonna get that reference.
There we go. I got it.
Hey, Ronnie, welcome. By the way, those of you that are here with us, I would love to hear any and all feedback and opinions, whether they are in agreement, disagreement, or interesting anecdotal stories. I mean, it's all truly welcome here. This is the place for it.
Hey, Ronnie, your mugs have shipped.
Ronnie, your mugs are shipped. Whatever you just ordered from me are shipped. I can't remember what it was.
Sis, it won't let me pin.
I pinned it.
Oh, okay.
I pinned it. But I want to show you my shirt.
Yes.
See?
You got enlarge yourself.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Hold on.
You just picked the big screen.
There.
All right.
There you go.
Very cute.
Damn, look at that.
Awesome job, Casey.
This way.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
So,
That looks way better on the shirt than it did on the screen.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I know, it's
I
funny.
can't wait for my. No.
Let's see now. Now I got to figure out where I was at. Nope. No.
When I go to like mock up the design for the website, there's a little thing that pops up that's like, this may look different in real life because of the design and the printing process and blah blah blah. I always think they look better in real life than they do on my website.
They do. And they're comfortable. They're comfortable. And I want to tell you something about shirts. If they're not comfortable, I will not wear them. And
Me
this
too.
is, they're soft. I don't like hard ass shirts. I don't like shirts that are rough. I don't like rough stuff. I don't like it hard. I don't like it itchy. I want it to be soft and gentle.
No
I mean, I
jokes
like it
here.
a little rough.
You're
No
making Mark
joke.
crack up, sis.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Okay. I was actively doing the facial responses.
He literally just walked across the room just glaring at me like with the shit grin on his face like, are you serious right now?
It was all
Tammy?
very
We have corrupted
subversive.
Tammy.
Yeah,
Like, I did a little bit, but she still tried to keep it, southern, really
Yeah,
good girl. And then Seafowls comes along and she's all like, gay!
Well, you can give it a little pity patty, but you cannot be mean and hard. Be gentle.
Well, oh yeah, I don't know if we should talk about that on air. She said something the other day, and I said, "Oh, the old Cobain paint job," and I thought she was gonna get like offended. No, Tammy's all about it.
all right, we're all corrupted. We're in,
I love
we're in
that
it.
she texted me one day. We've known each other like 7 years. We've been like best friends, me and Tammy. And freaking, I've never heard her talk this way. So funny.
It was funny. I was like, check me
She
out.
goes, what she privately told me, she goes, I'm not a goody two shoes. She goes, I want to be a clown too. I was like, oh shit.
That's right. That's right.
Good.
I know. It's because I'm hot. I'm hot.
Yeah, you are.
Girl, you get it. Snap, snap. Yes, queen.
That's right. Well, it's my channel. I can I can just.
I already sexually harassed Tammy in the group chat today. Okay, stop it.
I went
was
with
funny.
the
That was because that was because I liked how he made me look in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
That was hot. I was like, dang, if I look like that all the time. I mean,
You can. It's my secret. I look like shit, but nobody knows.
nobody knows. Oh, I'm trying to figure it. Hold on.
What are you
I'm
figuring
gonna-
out? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay. Now we are going to. I gotta have to go in here first, though. I'm gonna bring up.
My mind is completely sullied and dirty. I'm going in. I can bring up. Shut up, Eli. Okay.
That's impressive. You can go in and up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I got some shit to work on.
Brother.
They're letting us. Sorry, my phone. That is our weather alert here in Louisiana. We're supposed to be getting some rain. Okay, let's see.
Oh, instead of thunder, you get a rock song. I'm jealous.
That's what we get. Okay, let me see. Let me make it big.
Yes, running gray wolf. Yes. Okay.
He likes this one. He asked me to, when I asked him any videos to suggest, he picked this one. But then he told me to pick anyone that I liked also. So this one is Bigfoot casting in the snow. And this area you're seeing here is outside his front. Well, it's out in his yard. I'm not going to say.
This is a part of his yard? Or is this in front of his yard, you said?
I think this is the front of his yard, like right over here. Let me look up. Let me get back over there where it's big. And
we gotta go pick up the girls, so I gotta unhook from Wi-Fi, but I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, sis.
Okay. All right, see you guys.
Okay. Do you see this right here, Eli?
I do indeed, yes.
That is a gifting bowl. Those are the gifting bowls I told you he made.
Are you referring to the collection of the sticks that are okay? I've made it out.
Then it has a bowl right there. Okay.
I was looking at. Just tell me if I'm seeing this right.
Okay.
Is that like a large boulder-esque stone in front
behind it?
Okay,
yep.
got it.
Yep, right there. And this is out in his yard. This is at the edge of his yard. This is the gifting bowl he keeps on his property. So the castings, I am pretty sure the castings are outside his property at the edge of it. I think that's where these are from. But we'll listen. We'll see if I'm in it, because he's got castings in a couple of different places. But I'm pretty sure this one was at the edge of his property.
Beautiful area.
It is pretty. He's in Canada.
All the cool people are in Canada.
No, he's in Canada.
Right.
Seems that way.
So here we go. We're going to start this video here. And if you can't hear it, let me know.
Remember all the snow? Yep. Just within days. Just within days, this is what we get.
So can you see and hear it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thumbs
Okay.
up, yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
How dare you?
Really strange winter. So, yeah. Now we've got ice and water everywhere.
Okay.
That's so pretty.
Yeah. Reminds me of Northport.
Okay, everybody. So I've got something to show all of you. We've had some activity in the yard. Last time you seen me, I was shoveling 1.5 feet of snow. It's pretty much all gone. And it's warmed up. We've got water everywhere. Our creeks are running. The rivers are starting to run. They opened up. So yes, activity in the yard. it's been we went through some really crazy winds, so I've had trees falling in my yard, and I had a couple of trees falling on some sheds, so I've had a lot of extra work to an already filled work schedule. I mean, the wind was so powerful it tore the eaves troughs off my house and some yellow
Damn.
water wheels that I have sitting on my water tank.
Yes.
Did you say her name, Steve House?
No, I said, damn, the wind was so bad it fucked up his house.
We both heard Tammy. Okay.
I swear I heard.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. I have heard my name like 3 or 4 times today, and there's like been nobody around.
Were they in your head or?
No, I heard it.
Keep telling yourself that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Got you. Okay.
See, Fowles, I've had this conversation with you before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Steve House, you're really good at being still, man. I keep getting convinced you're like frozen every time I peruse over your.
It's like he's a poster, right?
Seriously. Holy crap. That freaked me out. All right. Like a moving statue moment.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to, real quick side note, people who are very good at that uncanny painted up face paint weird thing, look up Steam Powered Giraffes. They're a band, technically, but it's 3 dudes that paint their faces like animatronic, and they do like robotic jerky movements in all their videos, and like they could convince you they're animatronics. It's that good.
I love that. Okay. Duly
The
noted.
name is interesting. It's what again?
Steam Powered Giraffes. And they kind of got like a steampunk vibe going on.
Are they tall?
I dig that.
The lead dude's pretty tall, yeah.
I was thinking maybe that's where the giraffe part come in. Maybe they're tall.
I don't know what that's about. I think it just sounds cool.
It was.
What?
No, I thought it was like a dad joke kind of a thing. All right.
Oh. Okay. All right. We shall carry on.
And
Dude looks like
I have
Mark
like
with
5
beard
pound, 8 pound rocks sitting on the top for that reason, right? Because we do get quite a few winds coming in here, and it keeps them in place and they don't blow away. Well, the one with an 8 pound rock sitting on the top of it, the wind took it anyway. 2 miles of open field straight behind me. I bet you it ended up at the lake, because that's where the lake is, Swan Lake. I can imagine the wind blew it all the way there. Bright yellow, you can't miss it. This, which leads me to what I want to share with you guys. The snow's melting, so we're going to do this today while we still can. That line of spruce trees over there, that's right next to our road, the main road that runs in front of our property. I was walking there thinking maybe the pail might have lodged in under one of those spruce trees, right? Blew into the trees and stayed there. So I'm walking up and down there looking for the pail, and I come on to something very interesting. That's where we're going to go right now, and I'm going to show you guys what I found. See you in a bit. As you can see, it's like everything's turned to water and ice. Be careful walking here. So this is where I went, looking for my water pail. All along the trees here. I'll show you where I think it went. It's way. It could be at the neighbors. My closest neighbor is. He's 2 miles away from me. That's how far we live apart out here, or further, right? But I think that pail is way over there.
Cher's trying to
See how
distract
far
us.
that is from me. But the wind was so powerful.
That's good
It
camera.
was taking anything that was a little bit loose. Some of the roofs on some of my buildings, I lost tin. Tin was blowing up. We haven't seen winds like that. Not that I can remember. All these issues we're having with the weather is, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of all that, because a lot of times I keep journals, right? And I do have one specifically for weather and come springtime, I always document when the migratory birds and animals come back here.
He also raises goats.
Okay, so he's really, I have such a admiration for those that get to really stay in tune with Mother Nature and be surrounded by all that, and with animals. I'm envious.
Yeah, he
Right.
raises. I forget the kind of type of goats. He shows his goats on there, but he does raise goats also. So I'm sure keeping up with the weather like that, out the spring and the winter and all that, I'm sure that helps him a lot.
Coming from so far northern Washington, I was basically in Canada. Yeah, the springtime sucks. It's just everything's just mud. It's hard to go anywhere without getting stuck in the mud. You can't get into your house without getting everything muddy. It just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Were you referencing time you spent in Canada during springtime?
Well, no, I grew up like less than an hour from the Canadian border, so
okay.
basically in the same area as this dude.
I'll never personally forget my family vacation time in Canada. Family there, beautiful. Even in the summer, there's unique chill in the mountains. And and Poconos. I fell in love in the Poconos, Pennsylvania.
I've never been that far north.
Yeah, no, there is a magic to an immense amount of trees, forestation, and mountains with a little snow on top. It's just romantic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do miss the woods.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, feller.
When we see the first bear come out from hibernation, when the geese first show up they're back from the south, right? And the starlings, I kind of document all those things, and nothing's really changed, right? Even with the weather, a lot of people would think, we get warm weather in January and everybody freaks out about it. But if I go back in my journal, 20 years, and we always hit that warm period right in January every year. But every time it happens, people are like, "Oh my goodness," right? Like it's something new, but nothing's really changed. So the wind, right? I don't understand the wind. It's a little crazy. Okay, these were my tracks from yesterday. I'll show you what we discovered. And there, another one here. This here, this is an 18-inch ruler. I marked out in red all the inches. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to interject here for a few seconds and just mention that the smaller tracks you see there with the larger ones, those would be mine. Size 9 boot. And that would have been from the day before when I come onto the tracks. I had actually almost stepped right onto the one that you see first in the video, but thank goodness I didn't, because I was kind of looking for the yellow pail, right? I just thought I'd put that out there just in case somebody was wondering. Okay, let's continue. It's easy to count. So this is 18.
See the toes.
And
wow.
So that's 14. 14 inches. 14 inches by 14 by 6. So far, anything that we've got on the property has been, I've got one 15, 16 inches by 7.5. And then the big one we found was 19.5 inches by 8.5 wide. This is 14 by 6. This is new.
Female.
This is one I haven't seen here yet.
That's crazy.
And this just showed up in the last couple of days.
How big that thing is.
To put that in perspective a little bit, he said the big one was 8.5 inches wide. The skateboard I ride is 8.25 inches wide. So that Bigfoot's foot is wider across than the skateboard I ride.
Wow. That's a good comparison, Casey.
Just imagining that is it's freaking massive. My first, just generic curiosity question: does he like? Would this be the thumb toe that I think I'm looking at? Which is, I guess, if you're looking at the screen, furthest to the right of the foot, the top side. Does that appear to be the thumb toe? Can you make that out, or?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it would be, I
Right
guess, a
here.
right foot.
And I guess with the
Yeah,
nature
that's.
of, sorry, go ahead, Tammy.
I would think this would be the toe. So this would be his right foot. Is
Okay.
what I'm. I
No.
don't know. That's just kind of.
All right,
This could be his big toe right here, but it kind of. He may tell us here in a minute.
Okay.
It
And
may be his big toe.
my secondary question, I'm curious to see if he'll end up answering it, is it's highly possible, I guess, because of the nature of snow and melting and all that, that we would not necessarily see the other foot.
It's a possibility, especially if this is his left foot and he's walking over here. His stride is going to be pretty wide, so he's not going to, unless this might have been it. But that's kind of narrow. I don't think that would have. He's going to have a pretty big stride in between.
It is impressive looking. Has he ever talked about like any media moguls or trying to reach out to him, anything like that?
He has. And he
Okay.
tells them no. He won't do interviews or anything.
No interviews, not even with
I mean,
other.
he might come up here and talk with me. I did ask him would he.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I did ask him what he hasn't answered me yet, but I told him, I'm like, don't feel pressured to do it. Don't feel like, it has to be done anytime soon. I feel like if he does, it'll be like in the winter when he's less active, when he less goes out, because there's periods in the winter where he can't get out and go and research and stuff. So he may be willing to do that, when it gets colder. But I did ask him, would he come and talk to me? And I told him, no pressure, just if you'd ever like to. And if he does, if he says that he will, then what I will do is I will have a live where people can tell me what they'd like me to ask him. And I will ask him, me and him, he'll be up here live and I'll ask him. But then, if other questions come up, but I kind of like to have a base of questions to ask him before I ask him to come on. But I did ask him to see if he'd let me interview him on here, but he won't do any news outlets or anything like that.
That's very interesting to me, but it also stands consecutive with his principles. So
Yeah.
I am understanding that.
Yeah.
But okay, that's rock and roll right there. Okay.
All right. Let's see. He may tell us some more, like the second track and stuff. He may let us know about it. It's been a while since I saw it.
Kind of trailing off what Eli said, it does beg the question, like, what is all this for? Because he's not doing interviews. He's not going to the media. He's not, I'm sure his YouTube channel does okay, but he's not trying to cash in on it. So, like, what is the point? If this was staged and he made a giant foot, he went out there and he put the thing in the snow and now he's here making this video, what's the point if you're not going to run to the media and try to capitalize on it?
I think because he's lived with them all his life since he was little. And I think he's just had that. He's just seen them all his life. His mom's seen them. His dad's seen them. They would talk about them. He said in one of his videos that his dad used to go camping, which would be, we call it camping, but it would be, they had a camp, an actual camp cabin that they went to, and they would stay, he's like, for weeks, him and his dad and his sisters and stuff, and they would just live off the land. That's what his dad believed in. They lived off the land. He, his dad would make he was good at, I thought he said he made stuff out of birch all the time, but I can't remember it exactly. Or it was his grandpa, I can't remember which one. But he just grew up in the woods, like, and Bigfoot's always been a part of it. So I think just Bigfoot's just always been a part of his life as he was a child, and he just wants to know more about him. I think he doesn't have any ulterior motives to make anything off of him. Or
forgive me this question, Running Wolf, Tammy.
Yeah.
For me, remember, I'm somewhat of a skeptic, and I just want to stay balanced here. So, all of that being said, I think it's very romantic, grounded, spiritual, even. It is and just, it's a part of the game. If you're on YouTube, you may as well, monetize.
Yeah.
So we're going to add some motives, if one will. So, of course, ad revenue, and he does have a good amount of memberships, like paying members. Does he do live streams? He doesn't strike me as a live streamer, but
No.
Interesting.
No, I don't think he's ever done a live stream.
Overall,
he does question and answers. Like if you give him, he gets a bunch of questions, he'll do just an episode with question and answers.
Q&A.
Yeah.
Overall, think of it as a scale, which is how I'm approaching it. And this is leaning way further in favor of him doing this because it's from the heart as opposed to ulterior motive. So that's what I'm doing here.
And I also think he gets so aggravated, and he said it before, about the people that put that just tell the stories about Bigfoot, that like Bigfoot attacked me, or Bigfoot chased me out of the woods, which I would believe a Bigfoot would kind of chase you out of the woods because that's his territory, and I get it. Just like, I was talking to Casey and him about it last time. I'm like, if you get in the ocean and a shark gets you, well, you were kind of in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you roll on a mountain lion den, the mountain lion's probably going to chase you out of its house.
Right.
Right.
And so I feel like he hates that people make Bigfoot out as this monster that attacks people and farm animals, and because he's got goats. They've never attacked his goats. Never have they attacked any of his goats, and he's lived with them this whole time. So I think that's the other thing, is he likes to show people that they're not these monsters that they've been created into being.
Well, also based on your description and explanation of like kind of the origin, it sounds like a generational kind of understanding when you explain it's him, his family when he was a kid. So yeah, that would track as like having just a mutual understanding of, hey, no harm here, no harm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Bigfoot could have been protecting family. Right. Yep. That's what I'm saying. You don't, if you come in my house uninvited, you're not going to be very happy, because I have a dog that's not going to like you very well, and a few other things that you're not going to like meeting. So, you got to think about it that way, as you're invading their home, their privacy, where they live. And so, because I know when I go walking in the woods, you kind of feel things when you're out there. I don't know. Do you, Casey? Do you kind of feel like almost like somebody's watching you, but not? I don't feel creepy. Like it's just like, you just feel things are around you other than you walking.
Yeah. I guess aware that there's something else around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, I mean, even if you're talking about like a bird or a squirrel or something, there probably is something else around.
Yeah. And if there's a squirrel around and you're around, the squirrel's going to chatter. They're going to talk. You're going to hear, because the squirrel will chatter and click and talk when you come around, because they're letting the other squirrels know that you're around. So if you listen to them and you're walking in the woods, when something else is around. because they're letting you know, hey, something out of place is in the forest besides you.
Well, yeah, the forest speaks. You just have to learn how to listen to it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
just unlocked a crazy memory. Over a span of time, memories from your earlier life, they just kind of go. It's amazing how they just gonna unlock your question and then Casey's response. So me and some friends around my middle school years to high school, we got a great huge park that's near the Everglades around here. We used to break in and or legally go in during the day and break in at night, and we'd have these crazy BB gun fights and wars and literally harm each other with them for sport. But there was this one night where me and about 4 other friends of ours, we all had this massive, overwhelming sensation. And what's crazy is that we all shared this same feeling that there was something following us or that we were in its sight. We all had this same description and idea of it being, oh my God, of it being actually like a Bigfoot-esque creature. And I remember the oldest friend, which is kind of creepy in hindsight. Like he was in his 40s, but he had just gotten back from the Navy, and he was like kind of the leader of the pack. And like I think he was showing us tracks as we were like running away, because we all collectively at the same time had the overwhelming feeling that we had to get out of there, and we ran like hell at night through the woods.
And
So-
you didn't know why you were running. You just knew you were getting the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, but what's crazy is we all described the same kind of being. So how could we all meet the same description of a being or a something if we didn't even fucking see it? Or maybe I thought I saw a silhouette of some. I'm like, I can't. This was like in 1997. Like there was a silhouette, and it was at night, and it was dark, and it looked overbearing, and it was large, and it was intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
The intimidation, it was totally just perception of fear. I don't know. As I think about it now, I don't think it was intending to scare anybody, but scared we did get. And with our fake fucking firearms with the pellets in them, we just ran. We got the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. See there?
Well, and now, like, kind of in the same way that once you can override the pain sensor in your brain, like tattoos start to feel good. If you can override that fear of like something's watching me, I got to get the fuck out of here, and just hang out in the woods, that's when you kind of start to notice like there is certain feelings and certain energies that kind of move around the forest at will. And like, yeah, you'll start to kind of notice that if you just let yourself sit in that for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll
See
make this
there?
one. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, see there, Eli, you forgot.
Yeah, that was a crazy fucking unlock right there. I feel like it's a quest that I just finished in like some role playing game. But there was one, and this will be brief. One time that I was absolutely horrified. I know I just talked about being scared, but this one was horrifying. So in the park by the benches where the food would be, again at night after hours, security asked us to leave. But before that happened, oh my God, me and my group of friends were completely surrounded by raccoons. The eyes popping up everywhere was the creepiest thing. And one of them absolutely, without a doubt, had rabies. And the face it made put the fear of God in me.
Aww.
So,
It's so cute, though.
How do you know it had rabies?
well, you know what? The
It looks a little rough around the edges.
when it opens its mouth and bares its teeth, and it gets locked in the like, like all the others were looking chill. Just one homeboy was like, "Yo, Vato, this is my territory," and yeah, man, I don't remember foam or anything, but it was the angriest looking living thing I've ever seen.
Oh, Ronnie's laughing at your fake.
Yeah. Well, we took a bunch of BB gun, PB pistolas. I don't want to say the thing.
Yeah.
I had a pump rifle.
Pew pew.
Mm.
Thank you. What? Thank you. What? There are many sensationalized versions of the story.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's I heard thank you, so I was like, wait, what? Yeah, no, look, we liked. I still have a scar. We really enjoyed shooting each other from a distance. I had a pump rifle. My buddy Gio had a 20 pump. Nope, this is gonna get me canceled. We one time, this is kind of a bully thing, not my fault entirely. We were the cool kids, and we took this kid from our neighborhood. You know, he wanted to go and play the war games with us. And at the end of the battle, he didn't get hit once, and he was kind of being like a hot shot about it. So me and Gio were like, okay, well, guess what? And he was like, no, guys, no. He runs into the bushes, and we just open fire blindly into the bushes until we hear, oh, fuck. And he was a skateboarder, by the way. He walked out, and this was the day before picture day for school. And I had a crush on his sister, who I ended up dating years later, but we shot out his fucking 2 front teeth. And busted his
That's
upper lip.
fucked up, Eli.
Oh my God, I know. But to this day, me and Gio are still blaming each other. Mine was a 1 pump. His was a fucking 10 pump. And we were blaming each other to this day.
I don't think 1 pump's knocking out a tooth.
That's thank you. Even though it was good. Let me see if you can see
Like,
this.
That's
No.
at least a
Speaking
2 pumper.
Speaking of being a skateboarder, I've hit my teeth pretty fucking hard on the ground, and I still got them all.
Yeah. So bear that in mind. And that was horrific. The blood. Oh man.
And how
we were
close
scared.
were y'all? I mean, that's got to be pretty close. How close were y'all?
Maybe. Oh shit. I'm bad with like saying how many feet away, but we were not too far and not too close, but close enough.
Wow.
Yeah, we were
Probably closer than you should have been, shooting fucking 10 pump BB guns at each other.
That's my buddy Gio. That's him. Oh boy. Anyway, good old dude.
All right. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Let's see what else Robert has to tell us. Okay, we want to know where the other foot is. So let's see if he sees one.
Running your
As you can see right away it started
all of us almost lost our eyes.
form water, and I'm to me this is looking like a right foot. There is a toe here.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
This again. This one here again is a right foot, so
I am podcasting.
14, it's the same one.
Same one.
6, 14, 6. So it almost looked like it pivot. 14 by 6. Yeah, you can come.
Holy shit, I thought he was talking to me.
Okay, this one is a little better.
So he rarely has anybody with him. Rarely has anybody with him. His mom passed away. That was really sad. She passed away a couple of years ago. And then it wasn't long after his mom passed away, I believe his sister also passed away. So he has another sister that he tries to bring with him, and she won't come sometimes. She kind of gets scared. So this may be who he's talking to, is his sister. But he rarely has anybody with him.
That's quite a line of tragedy. So the mother, naturally, he lost a sister?
Mm-hmm. Not too long after he lost his mom.
Oh, man.
So the other sister he brings with him, sometimes she'll come, but most times she doesn't. And he says in her defense, it is rough. The walking, all the walking he does, because he does a lot of walking, and in the woods, and in the trek that he goes, and if he goes in the snow and stuff. So it's a lot of work walking in there. Plus, he's carrying his camera and his tripod and all that
Yeah,
kind
the
of stuff.
gear of a traveler.
Yeah.
They make it look easy, especially when it's a first person view, but you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
Should he be watching your videos? Sorry to hear that. Robert, is that his name?
Robert, yep.
And thank you for letting us go through your work.
Yeah,
that is a good point, though, about this all being more complicated than it looks. Like, my favorite thing to think about still to this day is the show Survivor Man, when he was out there surviving by himself and whatever. And you see those shots where he has the camera set like 200 or 300 feet back and he's walking across the screen. This dude had to walk over there, set his camera up, set up his shot, walk back over, walk in front of the camera, walk back and get it, walk back to wherever the fuck he was going to build a shelter. Like, that took him an extra 2 hours to get the one shot of him walking across the screen for 4 seconds.
Plus the places he humped to get to those places that he camped out. I mean, I used to watch him too. And
I recognize him. Okay.
The places he used to try to hump to by himself. I mean, he went up he used to take his wife, right? And then they got divorced.
That might have been another guy. This was, what was his name? Les Stroud or something?
Okay.
He was like a military survival dude. Like, I'm pretty sure he's got military background somewhere.
You got it right. Les Stroud, yes.
Yeah, and he, like, his whole thing, there's some questions about whether or not he had a team with him, but his whole thing was like, I'm a guy and I go out into the woods alone with a camera and I survive for 30 days and film it all.
You remember Bear Grylls?
He was Bear Grylls before Bear Grylls.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's him. That's what I'm talking about.
I love Bear Grylls, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Steve, I was talking about, like, OG.
He's the original American Bear Grylls, yeah.
Bear Grylls fell into a little bit of controversy, but it was really over something kind of silly. Like, one of his people in the crew got found giving Bear Grylls like a candy bar, but it's the integrity of, like, the promise. Like, I'm doing this. I'm all in.
So I heard the same thing about Survivor Man, that he was in some, like, some island somewhere down, like, kind of off the coast of Mexico a little bit. And he was, like, there doing his thing. And then they had basically a rescue boat.
Sorry.
They had basically a rescue boat, like, sitting offshore, anchored up. So if something went really wrong, they could, like, get to him and save him. And everyone's like, oh, it's fake. He's got the boat right there. And it's like, what? Yeah, but they're out in the ocean hanging out, and he's trying to live on a...
Ooh, Tammy's on call. Bear Grylls is calling her right now. Bear Grylls, Les, what did you say? Les Strossman. I was going to say Les Grossman, which would be the Tom Cruise character from Tropic Thunder legend. And yeah, you're right. I mean, I think there's a huge expose about Bear Grylls. Like, yeah, he was sleeping at hotels and all that too. But I think, I don't know, like, the big thing is the huge display of their promising to the world that they are doing no forms of cheating. So any little thing, as small as it sounds, not going to be a deal breaker for me, because they're putting themselves at quite a bit of risk. And what they're bringing for content, which is a term they weren't using back then. I mean, they were putting out some great stuff. So I don't know. A candy bar is not going to make me cancel anybody. Sleeping in hotels, though, fucking okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get that their whole thing is like, look at us being the survival guys, but, like, you're filming a mainstream, like, national television show. There's gonna have to be insurance and safety precautions, and,
of course,
like, You know what I mean? A candy bar when he's on break, or a rescue boat sitting a couple miles offshore. Like, yeah, but he could still be in there trying to build his shelter and slice his finger off with a machete. Like,
yeah, the risks do not, lessen because of this and that. But the hotel thing became a scandal because he was absolutely like doubling, tripling down on the advertisement and the promise that he was living out there in the wilderness day and night and, just surviving, and that all that being a lie just so they can leave the site, sleep comfortably at a hotel, and then return. Like, that's different to me. Candy bar shit? All right, whatever. Okay, we went on our reality TV star rant. Bring that shit back, by the way, mainstream.
Yeah, are we back on my podcast?
All right.
All right. Yes, the feet.
All right. Back
Good
to
thing
feet.
I have a foot fetish.
That's right. Today you do.
A little better because of the, it looks like it's another right foot. And I mean, it was the Bigfoot that was here pivoted, and I'll show you in a minute. So it's almost like he took a step. I can't find the left footprint. I don't see it because some of this turned to ice right here. But, and then took another step back the way it came. So I've got family coming to check things out. That's what happens here at the farm, right? We've decided to have a little bit of a dinner here today because throughout the COVID thing, a lot of the family couldn't come out here and have dinner with mother. And so we decided,
COVID, right?
They called a dinner today, and I have about 10 family members that came out. So that was good. It's been a good day. And I've got a couple of my sisters coming to check out the tracks. Do you have picks on your boots, you guys?
I don't.
No, but here, almost right here, you can almost see the print. I mean, of course, it's not really going to pick up dermal ridges, right?
Yeah.
Like if it was in sand or mud or something. Pretty exciting. I wanted to get these filmed and documented before, like it's been so warm, and I was shoveling 1.5 feet snow that day and today.
It's so warm, he's saying, and there's still snow on the ground. That doesn't seem warm to me.
Cher, were you present when we had the discussion about why or why not the cameras have been used? Perchance, were you?
Not why the cameras, like trail cameras? What do you mean?
No,
Why?
okay, so just to break this down super quick, my initial kind of skepticism brain went right to, okay, why doesn't this man use some form of covert camouflage camera so he can
He does,
prove?
right?
No, he doesn't. So his reasoning is, this is a generational thing. Him as a child, his family, they've kind of coexisted all this time, and he doesn't want to break their respect, and he doesn't want to reveal their locations to the masses because of how people would treat that. He also doesn't do any interviews with the media, which that I respect, but he'll talk to somebody like, like Tammy, that's an appreciator and a believer. What do you say to that?
I like it because he could be making up. One thing I noticed in the only video I've seen is what Tammy has shown. And last show I joined with her and Casey. I liked that he wasn't all like trying to sell his followers on everything. He actually was seeming to try to debunk things as well. Like, so I respect him for that. And there's a lot of things, like in, let's say, cases we cover that, I mean, I don't put on my channel either. And I tell people it's because I'm selfish and they're like my own personal, like, knows, and I know no one else knows this or has been told this kind of obviously I report to the law, but you know what I mean? It's not all public. I will always hold some things that I will never tell anyone in certain.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your perspective, and it
Yeah,
does.
I like it. I think it makes
respect.
him more believable.
Yeah, well, given the explanation that Tammy provided, that he provided, it has helped me to respect the decision. So I do dig it. Yes.
What was the reason?
And going back to that conversation a little bit, even I brought up, like, if you're going through all of this effort, why not go to the news or the media or whatever? But thinking about it now, like, I would be filming my skateboard tricks whether or not I posted them. I'd be filming them for me anyway. So is he filming this like for him and maybe his kids and future generations? And he's like, well, fucking throw it on YouTube.
Right.
All that being said, and I think, the worst outcome, which is another big portion of respect I give this individual and his family, is the chaos that would be invited upon this man's livelihood and life in general. Government would not even, there's no volunteering. They would say, okay, we're coming, we're taking over. Like the fucking, they might offer him $1 billion, but maybe that's just not how he rolls. He would rather have this life of solitude, share with other people that he knows are like-minded and believers, and this be a little special thing instead of a big spectacle.
Well, and part trying to preserve things too. If he honestly is seeing and he's believing all this stuff, he doesn't want other people going with their cameras and fucking it up and being disrespectful and all that.
Yeah, 100%. That's absolutely right.
But he obviously enjoys his solitude. What did he say? His closest neighbor is 2 miles away.
Yeah.
So the idea of fucking 100 people and a film crew and all that's probably terrible to him.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be a potential setup for complete disaster and a destruction of what's become his sacred way of living. So I do respect that even greater.
Right.
And I believe he's got family. I'll have to find this one. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what video it was in, but he has talked about his family is not his immediate family, his family that doesn't live near him, like cousins and stuff like that won't talk about it.
Oh, he is. Okay. There's other people in his family that just, they refuse to speak on it. Like as in a respect of privacy.
I don't know if it's that or they
just don't believe, so they don't want to talk to him. Shut up with your stupid Bigfoot, like that kind of thing.
I think it's the other, like they saw it, but they don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
okay, intriguing.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find it because he does a lot of like if like in the winter when it's really bad and he can't get out, he will do, like I said, Q&As, and he will tell stories from when he was younger to kind of help you understand his path that he's on with the Bigfoot. And he'll also go through his videos and he may get still shots of stuff he didn't see before, and he'll put those up. So a lot of the times that you don't see him out in the woods or out doing this, it's normally because the weather's bad and he can't do it. So he will do Q&As and he will do different kind of things to kind of explain why he does what he does and why he hasn't gone and done what he wanted to do and stuff. So he does just sit sometimes and talk. And he gets mail. People send him stuff all the time. So he'll have a mail day where he'll sit down and people send him, pins to put on his backpack. They'll send stuff for him to put out there in the gifting bowls for Bigfoot. They'll send him stuff like that. When he first started, I first started watching him, he didn't have a lot of equipment. And now he's got the camera that he puts on his shoulder and it goes back. It films behind him because he didn't have a camera before that did that. So the camera films behind him. He's got different gadgets and stuff. Like I think he's got a night vision camera now. He didn't have one before. So a lot of the equipment that he buys, he uses, and you see him use it. And some of it is people send him. They'll send him different things for his channel and show, and he uses them. I mean,
That sounds like a very humble community with mutual respect and appreciation of what this all is. I know his first name is Robert. Is his full name out there perchance?
I don't think so.
What's the name of the channel, if you don't mind telling me?
Swan Lake Bigfoot.
Swan Lake Bigfoot. Okay, thank you kindly.
And I sent you the link, I think.
You did. I just wanted that name.
Yeah.
Another thing I was kind of thinking about while you guys were talking about that is I think all of us would say there's a certain catharsis or almost therapeutic effect of doing these live streams and making videos and interacting with our chat and everything. It very well could be the same thing for him. Like, he's snowed into his house and he has nothing else to do. So, like, I might as well make a YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah. And he does good. I mean, he goes back because he takes so much footage. If you think about it, he doesn't have time to go through all of his footage. So the winter time is probably the best time to go through stuff that he kind of went through quickly, to point it out to us. And he takes that time to go through his stuff and actually really look for stuff that he missed before in there. But I'm pretty sure he's in Alberta. Pretty sure he had a drone. Somebody wanted him to use a drone. I think they sent it to him and he lost it. It's like he flew it once and he lost it in the woods, and I don't bless
that
him.
would be hard in there if he hasn't flown it before, with all of the trees around Alberta and British Columbia. Drones ain't easy.
I don't think he found it. Honestly, I don't think he ever found it.
Okay. So first, I want to say he's got an amazing, the most impressive, and one of the kindest receptions when I was doing the baseline research. Everything sincere, from the heart, very established. I love that. So in terms of like the consensus overall appears to be like this dude is sincere. It's the real deal. Believes what he's doing. The one thing I wanted to see anybody's reaction here. See, fellas, he has a GoFundMe to help support research.
He does. And I can tell you what the GoFundMe's on.
Yeah, well, to help support research, maybe to get some more gear or something like that.
Right. Well, he spends a lot. Like when he goes places, it's not close. So when he travels like 2 hours, 2.5 hours one way.
Mm-hmm.
And what he wanted to do was stay there. One of the places he wanted to stay was the river, where the river clan is at. Because by the time he drives there and stays there just a few hours and drives back, because he has to take care of his goats, because there's nobody there to do that but him. So he has to have time to go back and take care of his animals. So he doesn't get very much time to do that. So he wanted a camper, just a small camper to stay in, just for him, big enough for him, where he could camp out at the river and just stay like a week or two. And he would have his nephews come and stay at his house and take care of the goats for him, or somebody, a relative of his, I believe. But that's what it was for. To save up for that, to go to stay at the river. That's what he wanted it for.
I'm looking at it. That's him. 10,000 Canadian, basically, so he can buy a camper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's what he wanted it for, so he could stay out at the river.
I guess my question is, I haven't even ever heard him promote his GoFundMe. So how often does he even talk about it or promote it?
Every once in a while in his videos, he will put up what he's saved. So he'll tell you, this is how much I got, this is how much I need, and then he'll tell you if he gains any money or if he adds any to it, or if it stays the same. He'll just tell you, like he'll just pop it up in there and he say, this is how much I have for my GoFundMe, and he thanks people that have, if you've donated, he'll thank you for that. But he would keep you up on the amount that was in there ever so often. He would, and then he would tell you, I've been looking. This is where I've been looking. This is what I've been looking at, and this is what I want to do with it. So, but he didn't really. He would just say, if you want to give, you can. He's like, that's what the GoFundMe's for. He's like, I'll eventually get it, and when I do, then that's what I plan to do with it. But he don't put a time limit on it, he hasn't put a time limit on it or anything like that. He's just said, here it is. If you want to help me, I'm saving money to do this. And so, but he don't push it. Like it wasn't in every one of his videos.
Yeah, no, don't feel like you're in a position to have to justify anything. It's just, in the scope of fairness and consistency.
Right. Yeah.
No, yeah. And like, I guess it's easy. I can see how people might think I just have a grudge against GoFundMe as a whole. I don't. I think it's a good platform. I think it can be very helpful. And I think, like, if you're a Bigfoot guy trying to get a camper and, like, your supporters want to help you with that, I don't see anything wrong with that. The GoFundMes I have a problem with are, like, somebody who has a GoFundMe set up for a legal fund and their viewers are supposed to crowdsource $80,000 when they have $4 million in the fucking bank. Like, I believe 10 grand is a lot of money for this guy and it would be hard for him to afford a trailer. I don't believe some of these other YouTubers who have either legal funds or like some kind of whatever where they go on their channel and that's all they fucking talk about. Donate to my GoFundMe, donate to my GoFundMe, donate. Now we're getting into grifter territory.
Yeah.
I think just having a GoFundMe is fine as long as you're not like abusing it, if that makes sense. And it doesn't seem like this guy is.
Hi, Karen.
Yeah. Oh, all right. He's got a couple of different avenues, but he's got a moderately successful YouTube channel for sure. Mm-hmm. I saw the views. There's some that really spiked, and then there's back to like the more moderate. He does have like other avenues that I'm familiar with from other channels. The Buy Me a Coffee, which is getting more money, better percentage and cut than super chats, SLB donations, Swan Lake Bigfoot store. So we got merch and GoFundMe. You know what? It's the nature of everything. So I think being too scrutinizing anybody a little too harshly when they're just honestly just doing something they love, with the good intentions, nobody's going to live up to that standard. So if you're going to be in it, why not, get something?
It'll be a different story if, like the one I was just looking at, the goal was 10,000 Canadian. It'll be a completely different story if he hits that goal and then all of a sudden has like a new 4-wheeler or something, as long as he gets a camper like he says he's going to, then okay, you were completely honest and transparent about what you were doing. I know for a fact, I have watched YouTubers set up a legal fund, GoFundMe, and then go on vacation to fucking India. Like, that's not why people are donating money to you. You're fucking lying to your viewers. Stop it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, too, sis, like, it could be, too, that he's got his loyal following that's like, I want to help you with this, and so he made his GoFundMe to keep everything transparent like I did with my teeth.
Yeah.
And like Casey said, if he follows through with what he's saying and he's not doing a Donna Serafina, then like good, you know.
Serafina.
And I'll be the first one to say right now,
Yes,
if I
Karen, that is share. Yep.
I'll be the first one to say right now, if I check back in on this guy in a year and all of a sudden he's balling and he's got a nice house and he's got nice cars, and then I'll be like, okay, fuckhead, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'll say props to him. The last time it was updated was December of 2024. He's like halfway to the goal.
Yeah.
And his last donation was like 1 year ago, $500. Like, you know, it's
he doesn't.
No red flags.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like he's using it as a source of income. It seems like it's legitimately
said, he's not pushing it, which is a big factor. All right.
Yeah, it seems like it's legitimately going to help him get a camper. He's not using it to like pay his rent this month. If he even has rent, I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, perfect segue. That being said, help me pay my rent right now.
Yeah. Also, I need some money.
Kidding. Jokes. Appreciate.
I gotta get plastic surgery for all this shit on my face.
I got some.
Cameron, I was calling you on live with Casey earlier, and he was so funny. Karen, he said,
"Oh, that's
I thought he was just a lady on YouTube." I said, "No, she's my life coach. She used to be my life coach."
Yeah, that's what So it's not your life coach?
No, now we're just friends.
Oh, okay. Because I took it
we're
quite
like
literally.
Sisters. She's like my older sister. She's
right,
like,
well, now your name is life coach. Okay.
Yeah.
She was working. See, I told you.
Mm-hmm.
I told you. I was like, Karen's working.
Yeah, she showed up right after Cher left my show. I was like, oh my God, we tried to call you.
And watching it without context, I was like, oh, what is this tea we're spilling here? She put it on the spot. Okay. Is there an echo coming from my end? Because I opened up. No. Okay.
I don't think so. You're good.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right.
Yep. By all means.
We've got bare ground and water everywhere, right? So there was such a drastic change in temperature. And like I said, we'll get them, document them now, because by tomorrow or the day after there's going to be nothing there, right? It's going to be gone. It'll probably be ground, because right here, anywhere where there's trees, where all the snow is gone. And I'm thinking that's how they were moving around here, because all along that tree line, I've got a couple of family members walking the tree line over here to see if we can see any more prints, but it's bare, next to these trees, and it could easily
his family walking back there.
We would never see it. Looks like he took a step, pivoted, and then
took
another step in the other direction and went south. So the first track you seen was going north, and the last one I showed you, same track. It's the same right footprint is pointing south behind me. So it's almost like it come to the willow tree behind me here, turned, and then went back that way. So far, we've not found anything, but we'll keep looking and seeing a bit. And so much of the snow melted within the last 2 or 3 days. Like, see people walking on bare ground.
I apologize for the brief interruption. Could I send you a link to one of his videos? I'm very, very compelled. And it's one of his most successful ones.
Yeah.
The comment engagement is impressive. And the claim is very bold. It's that the Bigfoot named Misha, I called and he answered. Do you mind if I just send that? It's something we could bounce around a little bit.
No, you can. If you want to watch it, you can just. I'll just let you bring it up after this one.
Okay, word. Okay, cool.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can just after we watch this, you can just bring it up.
Got it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you.
You're gonna do that, so.
Okay.
All the way down, right? We may not find any more than those two.
There's Sammy.
See or smell something. What do you see? Huh?
Sammy's a good Bigfoot
He hears something.
detector.
Sorry, prayers, my best hopes and prayers for Claudia, by the way, for Daryl.
Yes,
Oh.
Claudia.
65. Okay.
Open heart surgery.
Yeah.
That's intense. All right. Just wanted to acknowledge that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Before I sign off here, I would like to just do a little shout out to Cora and her family. If you see her, give her a thumbs up. She had sent me a goodie box, a little goodie box for the Bigfoot. And yes, that is me digging into it and eating a little bit of it. I sure appreciate it. It's full of goodies. It's got, like, she did a mixed granola and some dried goods in there. And she sent a bag of dried cherries. Oh my goodness. I've had 2 vocalizations now. And I think it's the dried cherries. They're very almost sour, tart. And I've said before, I've tried putting out apples and they don't touch them. If I put out crab apples, the smaller crab apples, they're sour, tart, right? Very sour and tart. They love them. They love the crab apples, and it would make sense with the dried cherries because they're very there's a real tartness to them and almost sour, right? And I've heard the one night I actually heard moaning like from the gifting area. They were enjoying these dried cherries, right? It made me smile because I've heard that before when they are happy or when they're enjoying something. They have done that to me a few times when I sing sometimes when I'm walking around or when I'm doing my chores, and sometimes when I'm out in the bush. I kind of edit that out. But I hear this kind of moaning, humming sound, right? And I think it is one of their ways of expressing happiness, enjoyment. And 2 nights in a row, I've heard that coming from the gifting bowl, and I've only put those dried cherries out there. Last night would have been the 3rd night. They dug into the mixed granola a little bit, but they left quite a bit of that. And then I seen this morning, the birds were in there. I think I need an extra bowl or another wooden salad bowl to put beside the big one. To separate some of this food, right? But there you go. So the activity, it's picked up because it's warmed up. That's how it goes this time of year. We get the nice warm weather and the activity picks up, and this is what we get, right? Pretty amazing. Anyway, I will sign off there. I hope everybody is well, and we'll see you in the trees.
Yep.
Bye for now. Bye. Lila, you look like you were drinking. Walking through that snow.
Intriguing. I'm just intrigued by all of this, and I saw in passing while kind of perusing all of the different videos. Did you, Tammy, did you already have the theory of realm walking prior to discovering his specific channel? Because I see he has a video that's exactly about that.
Yes, because I've always thought that they were just kind of teetering, like in our world and in their world, and I've always felt like they've, traveled through cave systems. I've always felt like that they bury their dead like we do. So I kind of felt like that. And then I started watching him, and then he started talking like that, and I was like, yes. So I knew there was a connection between what I felt and he felt in Bigfoot. So I started watching him, and then he's like, you're welcome to reach out to me on Messenger, because I sent him a message in one of his videos. And he's like, well, you're welcome to reach out to me on Messenger. So I did. And we just talk about realms and Bigfoot and stuff.
Girl,
on
you
Messenger.
keep spicing that meat.
I love that for you.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Here, if you don't mind, just
Yep.
briefly, if you don't mind, do you have to? Oh, okay. I'm gonna open this video. I'm gonna jump around. I just want to see. I'd love to hear what is determined to be a moaning or an answer back from a Bigfoot.
Yeah, so this is him calling out and getting a response.
Yeah. So clearly, yes, I do have to skip around because I ain't sitting around for 42 minutes. Fudge and no. But
So if you have earbuds, he probably will tell you. Robert will probably tell you to put them in. You can hear better sometimes with headphones. I don't have any on now, but
I haven't worn headphones in like years.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes when I watch him, I wear them so I can hear better. But I think you should be able to hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot, and shout out to spectral looking Robert, as if he is in between realms right now. I dig it, son. I'm mastering my levels too, almost at Super Saiyan.
You know what? It's nice to have you hanging out with your family, Eli, and how, like, look at you, just easy breezy, chilling. I like it. Anyway,
no,
I like it.
You're on point. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a sound effect. I thought I was tripping.
I was just gonna leave it at that, brother. I was just gonna leave it at that.
No,
anyway.
I have no qualms about speaking what I want to say. There was a couple of instances where there's a couple of moments where I felt some frustration and wanted to say something, or I felt like something that should have been like a mutual understanding wasn't. But aside from that, this is I feel a lot more kind of relaxed. So,
Good.
Thank you for having me, guys, and thank you for putting up with my bullshit, because I know I got a lot of bullshit to give. All right. So spectral guy, let's see the magic. Let's hear the magic. I want to hear these big feetsies, big footsies moan, baby.
Okay.
Not to be creepy about it or anything. I don't have a foot fetish, I swear, especially not from a hairy freaking. Okay, let me just stop while I'm ahead.
Wouldn't it be crazy though if the answer to my question about why all this effort, he's like, I just have a foot fetish.
That would I would give him all my money if he would just lean into the sense of humor that big.
That would be kind of iconic.
I'm just trying to catch the what's it called? The holy grail of feet pics.
Yeah, I want to make the world's most successful OnlyFans ever. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna jump. Let's see how it starts.
That's some good Bigfoot.
Okay, I was like, if that's him, he's good at making noises.
He is good.
Oh no, did it just friggin' pause? I hate when that. Am I frozen, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Oh, good. It's just my computer. This happens every now and again. It will pass. Okay, I think I repaired it with my technological magic, and we're gonna give that another shot.
Oh, it looks like he's got his flute with him.
Nice.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ting, ting, wah, wah, bing, bing. Okay, all right. Where's the mouse? I swear I'm not a boomer. Okay, thank you, mouse. Thank you.
Yeah, he's doing it. He always does the calls with his hands. Yeah.
Whoa. Is that
And so Eli, what he will do is if he hears it, he will tell you that he hears it, and then he'll enhance it so you can
okay?
hear him a
Because
little
did you
better.
just hear that? That
Yeah.
sounded like it. All right. Yeah. Let me see what he says.
So he's wanting you to look right there. It's the wind.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Mhm.
That has a lot. But wow. Okay, that's impressive looking, for lack of a better term. You know, going in with the full optimism of an open spirit, open mind. That looks, you know, natural. It looks natural.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. And I do believe I heard audio. I want to see if he's gonna point out, like, okay, that was that. That's what
He
it was.
will, and he'll usually enhance it so you can hear it.
Bro, that is really. Am I in fucking like 1080p
Now, I
here?
want you to look at something, Eli, before you start it again.
Yeah.
You only see his face.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, realm jumping. He's
Yeah. No,
half in ours and he's half not.
yeah, I do like, if we're gonna entertain the plausibility of realm jumping in general, that absolutely means the plausibility of not even being fully in the realm of desire.
You
You
can also
can, yeah.
call this cloaking.
Yeah, I mean, the way this image creature kind of almost perfectly falls and encapsulates itself within the background colors is very impressive. I'm really awestruck by again, like, this is, to me, not an AI image. It's all perfectly outlined with the colors around it. So okay, I'm impressed.
Okay.
I'm impressed. Okay. Damn it. I wanted to check the quality of my screen. I wanted to raise it if possible. That might fuck the screen up. All right. Let me go back to this. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now. All right.
This
All right. I
is
lost
where
it there. I lost it there. All right.
here. 7 Creeks. We're here. 7
No,
Creeks.
7 Creeks.
Missiles. I don't know if they can
Yeah,
hear
he
me.
does have his flute with him.
Then he does sound very.
Say that again, Timmy.
He's got his flute with him, it looks like.
All right. Let me see. Because the opening footage, it's a great way to open. Very distinct when he is making the call. Okay, I saw there was a highlighted moment. So is he inferring that during the trail walk there was something in the background? And if so, I want to jump around there. Let me get here for just the time being. Watching this area, I think one of them throws a branch to let me know where they are. The squirrel confirms this a little later.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna jump to a part that appears to be him walking up on one of the feeding bowls real quick.
Dude, that stick coming out of the tree was
That was
like, you could argue that a branch broke and fell out of a tree, but that seemed like there was some force behind it.
yeah. I'm not gonna deny. I'm seeing what we both saw together in that moment. I will concur. That did not appear to be just a drop at the angle at which that I think I saw what I saw. So I'm still stuck on that fucking face, man. I can't.
Oh, well, you need
Weird,
to
right?
go back to the last live we had, and you would see a family portrait of more than one Bigfoot.
Like someone took a picture or someone
Well,
drew it.
it was in one of his lives, and they were all in the trees. And it's in the first live we done like 2 days ago, and we stayed on it for for a long time and counted them and looked at the faces and stuff. So if that one impressed you, that one will really impress him on at C-Files.
Well,
Yeah, that's what you were just doing, staring at the face and like trying to make heads or tails of it, is what we did for like 2.5 hours on the last live.
because I mean it is quite jarring because my mind and everything I know tells me there's nothing like artificial in the sense of no computer graphics were involved there, no AI. So the only other skeptical aspect I could even entertain is a very well done cosmetic kind of thing. But by God, that thing looked fucking convincing. Pardon my French.
Well,
It
and
looked
the other ones we were looking at, you could tell the age difference. Like some of them looked older and younger.
Yeah, one of them almost looked like it had a beard, which it's covered in hair anyway, so that's weird, but you could see like the hair got thicker around the chin, and then there was like a shorter one that looked like it didn't have as much hair on its face.
Y'all getting me excited to peep that shit. Okay, that's probably immediately what I'm gonna do because I'm very. I have the brain. I'm cursed with this thing where it's like I have to get to the bottom of whatever it is that's presented to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's
there's the gifting bowl. Yep, that's what he puts in there.
Eli's going to be up for 3 days Googling Bigfoot shit now.
I'm telling you, once you
see what
start
I'm gonna
watching
do.
Robert's channel, you really will get hooked. I mean, you really will.
I can tell how, I can see how, and I'm also suddenly jealous. If I could be one of the big footsy individual creatures out there and a stoner and get to walk up on this, bro, fuck
I mean,
9 to 5s.
I've never gotten to go like out in the woods looking for Bigfoot, but if I ever had the opportunity to go out and look, I would want to go with him.
It would be with me. What? No, I got you.
Dude, Carney Enterprise Bigfoot hunting?
Yeah.
Bro, a goal that we haven't been able to, I have not been able to discuss with y'all in a little minute is how magical it would be, the day when it comes where we all get to meet up and, just do something cool.
We can play. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's not. I'm almost, in a good stable position. I'm still waiting. I'm going to be getting a 3-week paycheck. Been on a thin line since the last thing, but blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, it's not impossible, and it's something to look forward to. So the opening, I thought it would be something that was like to tease. Oh wait.
Whoa, hello.
Well, all right, I need to see what led up to
That's
this.
why when I watch his stuff, when I show it on here, we watch the whole thing because it's it's full of stuff. The whole video is just full of stuff.
Well, yeah, a big part of this dude's thing, I don't know if you guys discussed this or not, but a big part of what he does is he'll post something and be like, hey, you guys look at this, see if I missed anything.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, and you know, Tammy, I don't know if she shared this much, but in their interaction, he even said, you know, you got a sharp eye if you see something. So I love that interaction between someone that is the designated channel operator with any audience. You know, that interactivity. I that's one of the only factors that keeps me wanting to do YouTube in general. I want to just peek at what brought up or to the moment of the blue circle, a little bit of the context. All right, what am I? Is it the white images?
Right.
Okay.
Eyes, nose.
Okay,
mouth.
so these are
Yep.
apparently facial feature structure. Yeah, I can see the.
And then kind of his shoulder kind of goes down into his arm on the, right there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And I love it because you can so distinctively tell there's no AI involved. So, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I like this. All right.
And see, he don't even know he's back there.
Yeah, no, it was like he was alerted, and so he's looking around, but boom, right behind him. Great fucking image. Like,
which, remember that feeling of being watched by something that's not there you were talking about? Something that's not there is watching you.
Yeah, and he knows there's something there, but he doesn't know it's behind him. You know what I mean?
That's such a good fucking, like, both of you, that lock on right there, because my reliving that moment, I have forgotten. I remember the sensation and the way you just brought that up and seeing how he paused first. And that's it right there. That's our little spider sense. That's fucking neat.
And he probably heard the squirrels. The squirrels might have gave it away too.
That and yeah. I mean, the forest is alive. There's so much happening, so much life, so many. Think of all the little routines of all the insects, animals, everything that fucking exists, getting through their version of a 9 to 5 of living life. You know, there's just the ants making their beautiful tunnels and the complexities of it. Just everything that's out there, far more interesting than walking into a fucking job for 12 hours.
Right.
Yes.
I thought I heard something just then.
Yeah, see, it's hard to tell. I hear movement. I can't, and I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from. Yeah, very different back here from the last time we were here. Yeah, I wish it was warmer. It should come on when I do this.
I can just do.
I will not buy YouTube Premium. YouTube is supposed to be free.
I love YouTube Premium.
Cher bought YouTube Premium for our show. I didn't tell her to.
I like it. I won't. I make sure I keep it.
It's definitely something that's worth it because, God, you can see how annoying it is. And I watch so many shows. It makes fucking sense. All right. So,
Seventh Servant. Hello, everyone. I'm new here. I'm a Christian rapper on my channel. Just subbed up. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Nice. My dumb ass almost went, hell yeah.
Well, The immense appreciation, and I am
Yes.
of the type that I always appreciate, that. So I do a little sub for sub. So
Yep.
since I'm a
Yep.
moderator, I'm going to your channel right now, good sir. And matter of fact, oh yeah, okay,
There
very
we go.
nice. I'm
Yeah.
subbed up, and I will be checking out your music, man. So thank you. We're called the Quad Squad. Welcome to this aspect of our 1 in 4 channel. We got Voice Behind the Wall. We got Carney. Do it, Seafowl. Say the whole thing.
My business is Carney Enterprise. I'm Seafals the Carney.
And did I say all the names if I missed them? Get them on Team Quad Squad.
Voices Behind the Wall. My channel is Carney Enterprise. Eli's channel is Progressive Patriot. And Tammy is either Barnes and Noble
Crime
Time or this channel through the
Yes.
Looking Glass Tarot, which is where you found us. So you know this one exists.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
correct.
that's it. So we made a spectacle out of you. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna jump to where the video started because I just gotta get another look.
Also, less than 20 subscribers away to get Tammy to 1,000.
Oh yes, please
Less
do.
than 20 of you people need to subscribe.
Yes.
I don't know how many people are here. Just if you have taken any amount of time and have appreciated any of our discussions, content, or you're just vibing, whatever the case, a little click of a button that has that thumbs up and that subscribe button, it goes a super long way. If you feel compelled to go that little bit of an extra mile, less than a mile, also feel free to share this very live stream on any social media platforms that you have, and you'll get a massive pandering thank you from me personally.
And if you want to support any of these lovely people and also share, who's not here right now, you can go to that website that's pinned in the comments, and then maybe I can afford dinner.
Damn, that's a hard punch right there. All right.
Right.
We have to borrow that.
You have to borrow that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just.
Well, you can say maybe I can afford YouTube Premium.
I mean,
You
I can. I can. I just. Damn. I don't want to say the stereotype joke that I could. I'm allowed to, but I don't want to. I can be cheap sometimes. All right. Anyway, let's just go full circle. I want to see this one last time.
Y'all hear that? There it is.
Yeah. I thought that was him the first time.
It sounds like
I know.
He's back. He described them as moans, I think, but that sounded like a whistle back.
Well, there are moans too. I've heard those.
I think he was saying they were moaning, like when you eat something really
right.
good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Brain mix up.
Yeah, that was like what a good meal, not like a call out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that just the glimpse of that bowl, even though it's Bigfoot food, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I want something sweet to eat now.
Dude, it looked good. Granola. I think there was marshmallows in there and shit. Like, it looked good.
Yeah,
I'm saying, and whatever
cherries.
those red, beautiful, whatever the hell's, it looked like a candy variant. I wanted to take them out of the bowl and say, no, Bigfoot, mine.
Until that size 14 foot comes over there and you're like, nope, you can have it back.
Yeah, that BFC. And by the way, if you've taken a moment to consider what acronym I'm playing with. Yes. Well done. You could either say
they make other websites for that.
Big. Okay, all right.
He heard something. Yeah.
I hear it too. It's very high pitched. It sounds
Mhm.
like. Who's to say? We are entertaining the idea of beings that are way more intelligent than most people typically stereotype here. It would not be above thinking that they have their own devices, whistles, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
For
Yeah.
communication between themselves. I mean, just
That, yeah, all of the above to keep it like to not risk their own sounds being heard, to maintain their privacy.
And
There's
I've definitely been walking through the woods, kind of in a valley where there's like two hills on the side of me,
yep.
and heard some shit coming from one side and then heard some shit coming from the other side, almost like they're sounding off like a wolf pack.
And
that's
they probably are. They're probably
yeah.
yep.
I've been in something similar, and I don't know that it was abject fear in the immediate moment, but as it continued, I started to get the sensation like, all right, whatever's being communicated, perhaps I should exit stage right.
Yeah.
They're talking about how they're gonna motherfucking dissect me and serve me up. At first, like, yo, he seems cool. Yo, nah, bro, he looks delectable. Right, cuz Carney Army. No.
Bigfoot would join. What are you talking about?
I know. Who's to say he's not already a member? Probably the founder.
Who's to say he's not?
That's what I'm saying, son. Don't give it away, bro. I heard it again. Oh God. Okay. All right. I'm over. All right, premium. I get it. Okay. Listen, Jay. This when I do the awkward. Hey guys, all right. I just there's moments when I feel cringe. If there's a donation, if somebody's complimenting me, I don't know why I'm doing this voice. And when I say goodbye, we can barely do stuff, but I loved this. I had fun. All of you in the chat, you guys rock. I cannot express my gratitude any more than how I'm articulating myself here. Please do all the things. I'm not going to bother listing them again. A little like goes a long way. Sharing it on your Facebook, your Instagram, on YouTube itself, we'd really appreciate it. Especially Tammy, I can tell you, has been working so very hard, diligently, to just meet the criteria of YouTube, which keeps moving the damn goalpost. But I can rant about that on a later date. With that, I'm the Progressive Patriot. This is one of my brothers, Seafowls. This is my big sis, Tammy. That's that little. Oh, is she there? I saw a vibration. Oh, she is there. Is Cher there or no?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm looking at the stream. Okay.
No.
The person that's not here is Voices Behind the Wall, Cher. She's our sister from another mister. And I'm just going to say, at least for me, good night. We have to have a discussion about the next appearance. So to be continued.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. What are you laughing at, Eve? I'm not funny. Man.
We're professionals.
That's right.
Okay, I there. You guys aren't looking at my
So
stuff.
you have to work tomorrow, Eli. You're saying good night.
I really got it. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I mean, I do have work. I don't have a double, thank God, but I do want. I'm gonna be reaching out to you very soon and tomorrow. Tomorrow in general. I don't know if it's gonna be before or after, but yes, Tammy, I'm gonna reach out to you
Okay.
specifically, and discussions will happen from there. Again, everybody, thank you so much. And to those of you that weren't here live and just so happened to come visit to watch, replay, gang, or crew, thank you so very much. And please feel free to do all the same things I've already made the nice little request for. I'm very animated and drinking Red Bull at 11:50. Fuck, it's midnight. All right. Good night.
Bye, like. Bye.
Bye.
Goodness. There is something else I wanted to look at. Hold on. Let me find it. Where's it at?
Last two soldiers standing.
That's right.
And I did a back-to-back doubleheader.
That's right. I wanted to show you. Did I just close it out? Hold on. Well, dang. Here, let me go here and see if I opened it. Nope. Hold on. I gotta go find it. I thought I just. Here we go. Let me close this one out. Let me open this one. It's such a big deal when you're doing all this back here.
This is why YouTubers hire editors.
This is right. This is right. Okay, so what I want to look at now is he's going to show his chalkboard because I talked about it. Hi, Emmett. Hello. Remember we talked about his chalkboard last time, and I wanted to show you what I was talking about so you would kind of understand it a little better. So let me bring it up here. It's really, I think the chalkboard's really cool. Kind of a repetitive thing in Canada, isn't it? All the snow and ice.
So what are we doing here?
This is his chalkboard. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm just not sure what. So he's just illustrating shit for us?
He made this himself. He built it. And his idea of communicating with Bigfoot, he thought he would try this as kind of like a project. So he would draw things on the chalkboard and he would see if they would.
Oh, okay.
If they would leave anything or put their handprints on it or anything. He put stuff down here sometimes in the tray. So he would leave them shiny things or colorful things and marbles and stuff, and they would take something and leave something. So he's found some markings, several markings on his chalkboard. And like I said, there's nobody that lives there with him. So it couldn't have been somebody in his house doing it.
Right.
So I wanted to show y'all this. This is right outside, sort of close to where his gifting bowl is, but not like right next to it. It's a little ways down from his gifting bowl. Did you just hear a horn? Did you just hear a horn blow?
I didn't know.
It must be. I don't know. I must have heard it out there. I'm telling you, I'm hearing shit. Okay. Okay. So that's Bigfoot, him, and that's Sam, his dog. Chickadee.
Gray Wolf heard a horn.
She did?
Yeah,
I
Gray
swear.
Wolf says they heard a horn.
Okay, I swear I heard a horn. Okay. I have no idea where that horn came from. Okay. Understood our intent, whether it be for good or bad, they did it. Secondly, they move and do things on their own time, not when you want it. I call this Bigfoot time, and in all honesty, they have taught me to be patient, to wait and see.
That makes sense.
Yeah. After I built the board and set it up, I wasn't sure how they would respond or react to it being there, because one of the other things I have learned about them over the years here on the farm is they are slow to accept change. That is, if they accept it at all. Sometimes they don't, and in their own way have expressed that to me. He's a very good artist.
Right? Either way, he's good at drawing.
Yeah, it looks like a good Bigfoot.
Oh no. Gray Wolf was about to fall asleep and the horn blew.
Oh, I'm telling you, I heard a horn. Oh. Once up, nothing happened for a few days. About a week passed, and then one night I heard tapping on the small roof I have on this chalkboard. I used tin roofing for it. And about 3 a.m. in the morning, I hear the tapping from inside my house. It took me a few seconds to realize what it was I was hearing, but once it clicked in.
Yeah, they're like making some noise and letting you know, like, hey man, did the thing.
Yeah, we're touching your board. We like it.
I'm just impressed with his shading. Chalk is hard to shade with.
I know. That's what, I mean, it looks like a three-dimensional kind of.
Yeah, like I'm more impressed by his artwork than anything else right now.
And I realized what I was hearing. I quickly put on my jacket and shoes and went outside to listen and to see if I could make anything out there in the darkness of night. Though I didn't see anything, I could smell the Sasquatch quite strong. This all made me happy. The tapping, the smell were all signs or confirmation that they know and see and were interested in the chalkboard. Now he's drawing look at the ground. That is how it came through to me the night's event. Okay.
I mean, if nothing else, this guy has a career in chalk art.
Yeah. As the days went by, not much happened, and during this time I received some things in the mail from some subscribers, some knitted I-cords. I remember these I-cords. Yellow in color, some marbles, multicolored marbles. I remember the I-cords. He put one of them out there, or a couple of them out there, I believe. And they were gone. They took them.
Huh.
I hung the I-cords on either side of the board and placed 9 of the marbles on the tray that runs along the bottom of the chalkboard. And it was the I-cords that were taken first, not all in one night, but one a night. Yep, I remember that. And then as the days went by, they would take one marble during the night, and out of the 9 marbles, that I placed within the tray, one was left, and that one marble is still there after 3 years of having Bigfoot chalkboard up. So I leave it there. 2 wood knocks right as I turn around.
It does kind of seem like they're testing the waters back. Like they're taking one marble a night and they're taking one cord a night, almost like they're seeing, like, is this okay? Is this what he wants?
Mm-hmm. Some have asked how I know it was the Bigfoot that took the eye cords and the marbles, and how I know is the smell, and that as well the sounds I hear around my house at night, but it is mostly their scent. It is on and around the chalkboard. It's a smell that lingers. Yeah, I heard it was like a
musty. Have you ever dug a hole in the woods?
Yeah,
and there's that like once you break through that first layer of just all the decay, rotted, then there's that like musty, wafty. It's kind of like that.
Gotcha. But 10 times as strong.
Yeah, but like someone who lives in that for presumably 50 or 60 years, we don't know how long these things live.
Yeah, right. And the thumbprint that one of the clan left me, that was a surprise, and I believe a gift from them. I will point it out here. Yeah, the thumbprint. Yeah. Yep.
Oh. Yeah, like they don't understand how it works, so they just like, huh.
Showed up after a 2-day rain and was made with mud. And if by instinct I quickly found some mud myself and put my thumbprint next to his. I say this because I believe it was that Sasquatch I call Niwasip. Yep. That's a good way to show you how the difference in his and theirs.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the text. That one's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Like we're going to believe those are thumbprints. That one's like twice the size.
Yeah. Mine is a small one. Yeah, that is a huge size difference. Now, I don't know this for sure, but you would think that if he was wanting something from it, you would think there would be DNA there.
If that's a legit thumbprint, there absolutely is.
And if he wanted it, clout, he could have easily got that tested. I'm not going to say easily, because I don't know what links you'd have to go through to get that done. But
I mean, it wouldn't be difficult. It might be kind of expensive, but
yeah.
I mean, you can send whatever you want into a lab and say, test this for DNA.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes a lot of sense with like how spiritual of a being Bigfoot seem to be. They seem to be very spiritually connected, potentially somewhat, I don't know, supernatural, if you want to call it that. But it makes sense to me they would kind of adopt this family in, because this family seems to be very, like, they understand the spiritual side of it and the sacred side of it, and they're not trying to chase it for clout, and they're not, like, abusing this give and take they have going on.
Yeah.
So it does make sense that after multiple generations, this guy's just kind of like, no, this is what we do. This is just how you treat them.
And his family has an appreciation for the woods. They know what they're there for.
Right, exactly. And if you're connected to the woods like that, you kind of, there's a weird understanding between people who spend a lot of time in the woods and the woods themselves.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. His art is extravagant, and the shape in the moonlight is just right in chalk. It is. He is. He's great. He's doing good at the drawing. I mentioned this in my earlier videos. This project, this Bigfoot chalkboard, is one of those things that you all will have to be patient with. Remember Bigfoot time. And because I will not monitor or place cameras, trail cams in my yard, because the Bigfoot do not like them, I will take a bit of trust. It will take a bit of trust in me that I am speaking the truth when or if there is any activity here at the chalkboard. See, because the Bigfoot do not like them. So he's asking you to trust him in what he's telling you, and I do. I don't think he's lying at all about his experiences or what he sees. I have learned since putting up the chalkboard is if it's too busy, too many things on it or around it, they seem to avoid the board. This makes sense to me, as I have always thought and now believe that they keep things and see things simply, straightforward and honest, not cluttered and complicated. This too I've learned along the way, whether it be this chalkboard, the gifting site, or any other way, that you might be trying to connect with a group or clan, deception, trying to fool them, being dishonest about you yourself or what you are doing, will result in either no response, nothing at all, or it will be a negative one.
And that makes sense with what I was saying, that they understand that he understands, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. They respect him. He respects them, and they respect him back. But like he's saying, it's taken a while to get there. You know, they're not just going to trust him overnight. You know, he's had to build it. Does he have birds? Nope. He's outside under the tree there. And there's chickadees and there's a squirrel that sometimes when he's out there talking, the squirrel will come down on the limb and he'll hand her treats. And if she thinks she deserves more than 2 or 3 cookies, she will let him know. And it's just a little squirrel, but yeah. Oh, look what he's doing now, Casey.
Is that a Q-tip?
Yep.
God damn, he's going for it. Props, though. The Q-tip shader on chalk is exactly how you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Be so crazy if this was just a way to promote his chalk art.
Very cool. I feel like we're watching Bob Ross.
I know, right? Whether or not you believe in Bigfoot, this is a very relaxing channel to watch.
Mm-hmm. It is. Well, he's a handsome-looking fella. Watch for the orb at timestamp 9:58. He does a lot in timestamps, So if you ever look for something for him, time stamping it is golden for him.
Well, and that again proves he's not in this for the views, because most people don't timestamp anything because they want the retention.
Yeah,
This guy's like, here's what you want to see. I know, go to it.
yeah. But as with much of these things, it is often a hit and miss, which brings me back to what I've said earlier. Something Bigfoot have taught me: patience. Be patient, wait, and see. Because we're on Bigfoot time.
Yeah, Bigfoot don't got to watch.
And Sam, a good rule of thumb: respect, consideration, and honesty will take us a long way when dealing with these forest people. And common sense has been even further. Yep. Because if you think about it, people talk about the green man. You know who the green man is. He is that, the one that watches over the forest. He's the one that takes care of the forest. He's the one that sees all. And it kind of reminds me of Bigfoot. He kind of reminds me of the
Lots
green
of snow,
man.
folks, still. Stay tuned. Seven Creeks coming up shortly. We're in the big melt right now. Everything's disappearing really quick. Doesn't look like it right now. As you can see, there's a lot of snow still on the ground. But I've been working on
It would,
2
Linda.
hours now on this chalkboard. I'm not a chalkboard artist, but
You are a chalkboard artist, sir.
get all ready for these.
Don't sell yourself short like that.
That's right.
Months ahead of us here, and you're looking straight down into the Bigfoot mint patch. I'm going to zoom in there because while I was doodling, I was hearing some interesting sounds down there, and man, when all those leaves come out, yeah, I don't know. A lot of times I think they're watching, right? Watching what I'm doing. And of course, these nice warm days, you never know. And I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and sharing with you what the Bigfoot share with me, right? That's what this has been about from day one, and it's going to continue. So again, thank you for being here. If there's any new subscribers, thank you for coming on board. Don't judge me by the chapter you walk in on. There's over 400 videos here on my channel. Check them out. Watch some videos. This has been a journey. It's been a story. Hey, birdie. Where are you? Anyway, lots of new things. Spring, right? Everything's going to start anew. And I'm going to see if I can film her for you, or him, or her. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Again, stay tuned. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter. Happy Easter. All right. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the trees. Bye for now.
A ring around her neck. It's a killdeer. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, they're They're kind of like a finch. They just
I think so.
hang out and eat seeds and shit.
Normally at this time of the year, that all this snow is pretty much gone, right? We just got spring was a little late, but we had so much snow. It's taken a while for it to disappear, for it to melt, but that's all on its way.
Thought he might show a picture at the end, but I guess he didn't find one. There's Sam. Sam has his own Bigfoot story. Sam was missing for an amount of time, and when he came back, he smelled really, really bad, and he was really shaken up. He used to go, like when Robert would go to the area behind his house to visit that clan, Sam would go with him, but he would bark when he would sense the Bigfoots around. And one day he did that, but he disappeared. And he was gone for like an amount of time. And when he came back, Robert said that he smelled really bad and he had lost a lot of weight, So now when he goes in the backwoods with him, that's around his house, he'll go for a while. But if he senses Bigfoot, he leaves and goes back home. He no longer barks at him.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
Sam is his Bigfoot detector. When they're going back area, he will go home instead of barking at him like he used to. He just turns around and goes home.
But they obviously didn't hurt him. Like,
right?
Who knows what happened out there in the woods while he was gone? Something, but they clearly didn't hurt him.
They didn't hurt him. No. But
and if he'll still go for a little while, he's not afraid of them.
It's kind of like, I'm not barking at you anymore. When I see you, I'm a peace. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he smelled like them. So that's what made him think that that's where he was at. He's like,
interesting.
Maybe they were teaching him a lesson, or.
Yeah, that makes me wonder what. There's some sort of understanding between the dog and the Bigfoots, but like, is it shut the fuck up? Don't tell the humans where they are? Or is it, hey man, we're cool. You don't have to bark at us all the time.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of annoying. We don't like it. Don't bark at us. So, but that story is also on, that's on here too.
Interesting.
He made an episode of that, or a video of that. Bigfoot took my dog. He made an episode of that too. It's on there. Yep, he did. Kill deer birds nest right on the open ground. Oh, do they? That doesn't seem safe. The sizes are a true representative of the difference in his size. Yeah, because they're huge. I mean, the reality of it is, if they're going to have that size footprint, they're going to be tall.
You would think, yeah.
Yeah, and big. Yeah. So where did we make it to tonight? Did we get any new subscribers tonight?
Well, at least one. What was Servant? Sorry, I'm forgetting your name.
7. What was it?
Seventh Servant. They subscribed.
There it is. Very good. Very good. We will get there eventually.
We're very, very close, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to Tammy.
Yes, we're getting close. I think the next time I go live, it will probably be on Barnes and Noble about Nicole Kessinger. We're gonna keep talking about her because I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
she was there. I think she was there. I think she was there. And there is a video, I need to find it, where Tammy Lee goes and interviews Chris there after he's been incarcerated. And she says, well, we know that she was in the basement when Shanann got home. That
Interesting.
aggravates me so much. Y'all know she was there, and yet she's just walking free.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to he took the fall. He said, I did it so fast, they didn't have time to do a legitimate investigation.
Yeah.
So now, because of the double jeopardy rule, something else would have to happen to give them an opening to reinvestigate it.
Yeah. Could they go ahead.
If Chris's goal was to save her by just admitting I'm guilty right away, he accomplished it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I wonder if they could get her on circumstantial evidence.
They could, but that's what I mean. They can't use the investigation into Chris legally in a court of law. They could use it to investigate her more, but then they would have to find another, like, they can't just say, we know you were Chris's partner in all this. They would have to find some other way to tie it all in.
They would have to open an investigation in just to her. So it
More
would
or
not
less,
be
yeah.
the Chris Watts case. It would be the Nicole Kessinger case.
Yeah, they would have to basically completely restart.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's enough there that if a DA, not the DA that is there now, he's never going to do it. But if there's ever a new one, maybe they will.
I mean, you can always hope, right? That wasn't there a new sheriff that said he was gonna start looking into Summer Wells a little bit more?
Yes.
So yeah, you never know when a new DA or a new prosecutor or someone else is gonna come in and decide, you know what, I want to look into that.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully that happens. I feel like around the 10th anniversary, there's going to be something. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I just kind of have a feeling around the 10th anniversary, something is going to come up.
I mean, that's 5 more years.
Well, for summer, but I mean for the Watts, which is in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2 more years. I think for the Watts, I didn't make myself clear because we were just talking about summer. Yeah, I hope something comes up before that for summer. Because I think, in my opinion, the Wells know what happened.
It sure seems like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure seems like it. So have you and Cher talked about your next podcast and when it will be?
Vaguely. Cher's off this weekend, so it'll probably be either Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
We're playing with the idea of maybe talking about the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to get back more into actual true crime cases for the podcast. Right. We've had fun doing the YouTuber thing, talking some shit and whatever, but I genuinely want to get back to looking into true crime cases.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one to look into. Yep.
Yeah, very interesting. I have a lot of theories surrounding that one, and they're starting to release more and more of these ransom notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I made the same face, but at least with them releasing more of the notes, it gives people like us a chance to go over
Right.
them and see, like, I don't know. The ransom thing doesn't make sense to me because she had whatever it was, she had some health issue where she needs medication daily and she wasn't getting that. So if either these people didn't know who they were kidnapping or they did and they didn't care if she lived or died. But the ransom thing doesn't make sense because normally you want to keep the ransomed person alive.
Right.
So I don't know if that's just a distraction, if that's like a red herring or something. I don't know.
I kind of felt like when I did my reading into her that the persons that did kidnap her kind of had medicine for her to keep her alive for a little while. So they kind of had the things that she needed in order.
That's possible, yeah. So they didn't
Yeah.
have to take her medication. They just had whatever it is she's prescribed.
Mm-hmm. But that wasn't going to last very long. You know, they only had a window of time that they could do that with. But I also feel like it's really close to home.
I definitely feel like it's someone either they know or it was somewhere close. This wasn't just a random guy that decided to do this.
No.
Or, spoiler alert, or it was JLR Investigates.
Well, you know, there's that shadiness on that side.
Yeah, I have. Well, I'm sure we'll get into it if and when Cher and I ever do that topic. But
right.
Once again, man, I don't trust shit YouTubers that just attach themselves to a situation like this and will not let it go.
Yeah, and they have attached themselves to the point of going to jail.
Yeah, like I talk about all kinds of shit. Anybody who watches Voices Behind the Funhouse, we talk about all kinds of shit for like an episode or two, and then we move on.
Right.
People who just attach themselves to one thing, like, okay, why are you milking this so hard? What are you getting out of this?
Yeah, and if you boots on the ground, constantly sitting outside there with nothing going on, and I mean, literally, there was really nothing going on.
Well, right, for like 2-3 months now, these people have just been chilling in front of an empty, abandoned house in a neighborhood that the cops keep telling them, get the fuck out of here, and then they get themselves arrested and whatever. But like, why?
Even if neighbors don't want you there.
Even if I'm supposed to believe that you guys are just so dedicated to finding Nancy, sitting in front of her empty house isn't helping anyone find anything. So what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, how are you finding her sitting there? You could do the same thing in your chair on a YouTube live, talking about it. Sitting there, you're not gaining any information doing that.
Yeah, so that's odd. It's also odd how much, I know this happens almost every time there's a big case like this, but it seems like there's been a lot of infighting between like the local police and the FBI about who gets to handle this case. And there's always kind of that discussion in the beginning of every case, but this feels like the two law enforcement entities are almost working against each other because they both want to be the one to crack the case.
Well, the sheriff at the beginning, he was really talkative. He talked like his first press conference. He was like, blah, blah. He was just talking away. And then on his second press conference, he was like, well, I said too much the first time.
I think there's a lot of that too. I think this became such a high profile case so fast that a lot of the investigation got leaked. And so now, even if they had a suspect in mind, that suspect probably knows. So it's going to make it that much harder to actually catch them.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like, well, dude, you've already slipped stuff that you wasn't supposed to, because this was like something you've never done before. So you didn't know how to handle it. So now you're opened your mouth and inserted your foot, and now everybody's mad at you. So,
I mean, I think there's a lot of that too. How many
yeah.
local police departments are suddenly dealing with a national case like this? Like, they
Yeah.
don't. I hate that this is a term, but they're not media trained. They don't know how to handle the influx of YouTube and the news, and like, they're just dudes. That's kind of what I was saying in the Reckless Ben thing too, is like, these guys don't know how to handle the avalanche of social media. They're just fucking cops being cops.
Yeah. I mean, some people don't have what they call what are they called? A press, people that handle the press, that just talk to the media and talk to the press. They don't have one of those. Not everybody is represented like that. You know what I mean? They don't pay somebody to do that.
Or even a class to come in and be like, okay, when you're dealing with a high profile case, here's how you talk to the news, and here's how you do that. Like, not most police departments aren't planning for talking anything above like their local news. Like, oh, the local Target got robbed today and we got him, and fucking yay us. They're not thinking about some national, potentially international human stealing ring.
Yeah. They don't think they're going to be all blasted all over the country critiquing how they handled the case. They're not, that's not their mindset they're in.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely a conversation to have about that, and just look into some of the details. And I don't know, I think that'd be a cool one. I know Cher has some other plans on her own channel, and we have a potential other project in the works that I won't say too much about, but we're discussing some things.
Okay, good. Well, I know Eli's gonna. He definitely wants to pick up again with Jean Monnet, so we'll be discussing when we're going to do that again, because we're gonna. My hopes are to put the floor plan out there so everybody can see the size of this house, because it was huge. It was like over 7,000 feet, I think. So it would kind of be nice to kind of see the floor plan laid out, and to kind of show where she was at, as in the floor plan, and kind of show you how far away she would have been from her parents, that they wouldn't have heard anything, that kind of thing. So I want to go over that next time for sure, and some other things with John Bonet, because like I said, this year's going to be 30 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since it happened, but yeah, it'll be 30 years this year.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's been almost 10 since the Watts.
No, it sure doesn't. Nope. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out on the 30th anniversary, if anything, because he's getting older. I don't know how old he is, but he's up there in his age.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to be, like at least in his 70s, right?
I would think. So it'll be interesting to see if anything comes out with he's 80. Claudia says he's 80. Okay.
Yeah, he's got to be somewhere in there. Huh.
Yeah. Yep.
Wild.
John is 80. Just turned 80. Okay.
We're getting to the point where we might get a deathbed confession.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of interesting to see how his health is going to do this year.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that one. That sounds like a cool conversation.
Yep. Yep. So, but thank you for joining me on Bigfooting tonight. On the big man. On the big man. We may do one more night on Bigfoot to show. I want to show some of his castings that he's actually done. So we may cover one more night with the big man. I'll always talk about him, but we may move on to another cryptid. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. So I kind of like to talk about one more time with the big man, and then we'll maybe go talking about some creatures that we shouldn't say out loud, but they're there.
That's going to be a fun one to do. How do we do that without saying the word?
I don't. I might have to give them a nickname or some initials or something like SW.
Right.
So we're not really saying that, or RAR. So we're not saying that because we don't want to call them out. We don't want to Beetlejuice them. So
literally.
So we can't. We gotta be careful with those. So, but we'll think of something, I'm sure. So, but thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I know you're tired. You had 2 lives tonight.
Yeah, I'll be up a few more hours at least. Even when I'm tired, I don't go to sleep.
Yeah. At least get some use out of your makeup, right?
Yeah. But no, this was super cool. I'm happy we got the quad squad back together again.
Yes. That's been a while. Yep. That was fun. Yep. We got Eli back into the fever of it, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully we can keep doing this and just keep this weird carnival ride we got going on.
That's right, because we're having a good time. We're having fun. We get along well together, and I think we're doing a good job. Eli is nice. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Eli's all right.
Eli's all right. Hey, go to the merch store. We got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, if you guys buy some merch, maybe I won't be stressed out and I'll be able to sleep.
That's right.
No, seriously, I appreciate everyone who's been buying the merch and checking out the store and just supporting us in any way possible. This is really cool, and I know we're all having a lot of fun, so it means just as much as us as it does to you guys.
Yeah, it does. And the shirts are comfortable. I'm telling you, they are. Because I'm a shirt snob. I really am. And these are comfortable. I like them. And I've washed my other one. I've already washed my other one already and wore it again. So they wash it too. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to sit up here and be like, my merch is the shit. You should all buy it. But legitimately, I haven't had one complaint. So, I mean, I guess that kind of speaks for itself.
Yep. That's why I said I'm not going to push my merch if I'm not going to wear it. So I definitely wore it tonight so everybody could see it. But it's comfortable. They're comfortable shirts.
Good. That's what I'm going for. I don't care if you wear it out in public. If you just want to wear it, like, going to bed or whatever, fucking cool. Great.
Right. Yep. They're comfortable. They would be comfortable enough to sleep in, I'm sure. Yep. And they're not they're not hot. Like, you don't sit and just like burn up in them. Some t-shirts they're thick, and you burn up in them, but I don't, these are breathable, I guess is what you want to say.
Yeah, here in a couple of months, I do plan on doing like a fall, colder weather, maybe like some long sleeves, some sweaters, stuff like that. But I figured in the middle of summer, people are going to want light, comfortable t-shirts. So there you go.
Especially as hot as it has been. Like here, it's been over 100 degrees. Like I think feels like 116 today here.
Yeah, it's been gnarly this summer.
Yeah, it was 100 degrees and feels like 116. So, you definitely don't want any long sleeves or anything hot for sure.
But yeah, we're always updating the merch stores. We're always even if we're not over at the fun house, one of us is usually doing a live almost every day. So
Yep.
just make sure you're subscribed to everyone. And
Yep.
yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
Because Eli does his rants. So I think he had one today.
Eli is the most random dude. He'll just go live at any point.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he knows when he's going live.
Right. And I missed it because I was out doing something. So I missed it. But I know he had one because they were talking about it. So I really can't tell you when he's going to have those. Like Seafowl said, they're just kind of random.
And my foot's getting better. I rolled my ankle, but it's I could skate, but I don't want to because if I roll it again, I'm going to be fucked. But it's actively healing. So here soon, I'm going to be posting random skate content too. So
oh, good.
If you're into that, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out.
Yep. Because he's got some cool moves on there. Yeah. Make sure. So we got a lot to look forward to. So we will keep y'all busy watching YouTube if you let us. We sure.
Oh, there's no shortage of content.
Right. And then there's Mark.
Yeah, and then Mark does stuff sometimes.
Yep. Yep. And he joins us sometimes. Because you may hear us say the Quad Squad +1. That +1 is Mark. So, or the Canoe Draggers. We've been called those two.
That might be racist. I'm still not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but thank you for joining me, Casey. I'm going to end the live. We've been over 3 hours, so surely that will give me some kind of watch time, right?
It should. You're getting pretty close, aren't you?
To what?
Watch hours?
No. I only have 800 and something on this channel.
Well, everybody put the replay on so we can get Tammy some watch hours.
Because I keep losing them. I don't understand how that works. Eli was looking it up for me earlier, and it's, how are you going to get there if every day they take hours away from you? How are you going to build them up when they're
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. That is what's happening. Yep. Especially over on the True Crime channel.
I'll look into some stuff. What the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll look into some stuff and see what's going on the back end.
I had over 6,000 hours on the True Crime, and now I have 1,300.
Have you been posting less? Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into what counts as watch hours now and see if I can get to the bottom of that.
He was as confused as I was. He's like, I don't understand. I'm like, I don't either. I said, I don't know how to get there if they're going to take away from you every day. Your hours change and they're going down. How are you ever going to get monetized like that?
Yeah, I'll look into some stuff on the back end for you and see if I can see something, because you're right, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I don't know how it works, but anyway, that's where I'm at. So, but I appreciate all the new subscribers. I thank them very much, because I still want to be at 1,000, even though my hours aren't there yet. I still want to be at 1,000 subscribers, because that, for me, that would be a big accomplishment. And so,
it's still a cool thing to say.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, totally, to the ones that have joined me. So, but yep. That's right. Thank you, Eve. Say good night to everybody. I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank y'all very much for listening to us talk about Bigfoot, the big man. I hope everybody has a good night. It's almost midnight here. So I will bid y'all a good night. Good night, Casey. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you.
Have a good night, everyone.
I will talk to y'all later. Be sweet. And have a good night. Bye.